Salutations, gamers! Hello, Native Gamer, live right here on multiple platforms, ready to have a great time with a very lovely guest today, with a podcast special stream, thanks to a good friend of mine who really was expressing his excitement and enthusiasm about doing a very awesome podcast together and bringing you guys some entertainment vibes, some education, and also some updates about both of our streams, and overall just having a fun time. I mean, there's nothing better than spending time talking to both of our communities, getting to know each other, having fun, and just chatting with each other. So, yeah, welcome to the podcast special stream, where we'll be talking about gaming and also some anime vibes. So if you guys are into that stuff, it's gonna be really great because we're gonna be emphasizing on what we know, based on gaming related and podcast related. So it's gonna be really fun, and everyone is welcome to interact, and we'll also take some time to answer any questions, any intriguing questions to the community out there. So we'll do also some Q&As, have fun. This will also help us to improve our communication skills during a really awesome event like this one, and also just full on getting to know both of us, including our lovely guest, to basically learn more about the streamers and their content and also their passion on whatever we will be talking about based on the topics. So yeah, we're gonna have lots of fun, a different kind of stream than what we usually do, and an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to meet new people, and an opportunity to have fun even more. So I hope you guys are ready, and yeah, we're gonna have a nice chatty stream. So yeah, hope you guys are going to enjoy this, because I'm ready for it. I love being in podcasts. I get a little nervous because sometimes I get wary on what to actually say, because I can actually confuse a lot of words when I do speak, as you guys know. But deep down, I love being in these opportunities. So it really allows us to basically use our enthusiasm and knowledge to basically discuss about something that people might also be interested in. At the same time, we're also raising money for charity, so that's even bonus. So we have a fantastic podcast with a lovely guest, and on top of it, we have a charity as well. So that's like icing on the cake. And there's nothing better than that because, you know, two awesome things, a lovely community. I mean, it can't get any better than that, right? Like, that's the beauty about podcasts and gaming. You have a phenomenal community out there, whether they're lurking or chatting, and you're doing something and raising in good money for an NGO, which is already pretty awesome, and just having fun chatting. So I think that's really cool. So guys, and also I hope you guys like my baby dragon. Toothless friend, you be there, give them the cuteness vibes. Cute ooh vibes. That's vibes for you. So you didn't get any cute vibes? Well, now you gotta see my little baby over here. Looking at you, smiling. Isn't that like my little baby? Toothless baby. So I hope you guys like my toothless baby. A little bit of cute vibes to add with the whole thing. And we're gonna go ahead and jump in. So my guest is waiting, so we're gonna begin. So let's have a great time, guys. Let's all vibe and have a good discussion. So let's do it and have a wonderful time. Let the excitement podcast vibes begin. And if you guys have any questions gaming related or anime, you're very welcome to ask us during the Q&A. So have your questions ready. If you guys have anything you want to ask, like urgently, you're welcome to do so. I will not promise you we will answer immediately because we're going to be focusing on our topics and having a good conversation, but we will make time to respond to all the messages in the chat. So we're going to dedicate as well some time to make sure that everyone is doing well, happy, and if they have any questions, we'll answer those accordingly. So that way, we don't disrespect anybody. We also keep the focus on both of us, especially the guest. At the same time, give people their own platform and room to speak up without being interrupted. So that way everyone can have fun and we can have a professional podcast. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. So let's make it work and make it a lot of fun. So let me just adjust my microphone. So this is gonna be good. Hey Olski, welcome on in. Thank you so much for joining. Has anyone, namely Nathan and Sora, have played any of the Yakuza games? I will definitely say that's a no. I haven't played any of the Yakuza games, but I might do it in the future. But that's a big might, because my backlog is so huge that I'm not crazy into like fighting games, but there might be occasion that I might actually try it. Just to test the waters a little bit. But I can't promise you, because there's a lot of games in my backlog, and trust me, it only keeps getting bigger, not smaller. So, yeah, I don't know, but I would like to try. Oh, it's a turn-based RPG? That I might actually like then, because if it's more RPG-based, I might give it a chance. But I can't promise anything, because unfortunately my backlog is huge, and as much as I really want to play it, there's so much freaking games to try. So yeah, that's gonna be a little bit challenging for me. Either way, let's go to the podcast scene. Here we go, everybody. Let's have a great time. So, gonna go ahead, giving us 1 second. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do. Wait a minute. So we have him over there on the bottom side, as you guys see. Oh, look how cute my little Toothless is. He's just there. Right next to the freaking table. That's cute. Give me guys 1 second. I'm just gonna try something. There you go. That's even better. Give me guys 1 sec. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna make it low settings. And I'm gonna get our lovely guest in here. So here we go. Gonna get the lovely Sora in, and we're gonna have a nice chat, everybody. So let's do it. Let me get our lovely Sora in. 1 second. Let's see. Okay. So. Alrighty. Cool beans. Let's see. Give him some time. 30 years later, it's fine. All gonna be fine. Let me see what Sora is. I think Sora is having a little chatty. Is fair. Okay. Let's wait for our lovely guest. We can have a good time. So here we go. Here we go. Pa 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 da pa pa. This is gonna be great. So yeah, gonna be great. I can't wait for this lovely podcast. We're just gonna give a few minutes to our guest, and we'll begin. In the meantime, I hope you guys have your questions ready, and it's gonna be awesome. And I'm nervous and excited at the same time. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be lovely. Okie dokie. Ba-da-ba-ba.
Pa 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 pa. Lale. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, Nathan's people on Nathan's stream. Hello.
Hi.
Hey. Hello. And hello, everybody, and welcome. We are live, and we are going to do a podcast. And yeah, we're just going to talk about, a lot of mostly stuff about the games that we played on our streams. And before we're gonna start, let's introduce each other. Nathan, you start, please.
Thank you. Hello, guys.
Welcome.
Welcome on in. Hope you're all doing well. This is Nathan Gabriel Plays. I'm a variety RPG creator, also half elf, half human. I'm also a chatty bean with a little bit of a gremlin energy. I'd love to talk. I love to be a goofster. And I just love to entertain people. So, yeah, I'd also love to fundraise a lot as well. So, if you're into that kind of stuff, you're going to have a good time.
Indeed.
That's me.
Yeah, that's him. It's him. That's him. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And hello, everyone. Welcome. I am NarrativeSora. I'm playing a lot of action game, platformers, and a lot of retro games, and enjoying a lot of chaos. and pretty much having a really lot of fun and trying to do the best I can to just absolutely annoying the freak of everybody that's watching. And yeah, I hope you will have a good time. Yep. Okay. So yeah, we are going to do like talking about the games that we've been playing on our stream so far. From when we start until we finish. We're gonna like bounce around about the games and stuff because I know there are games that we also play together. We like play together. There are some games that each of us also play in the past. So I think that we can also react to those kind of stuff. And like after something like 2 hours or something, depending on how we feel, we're also going to give everybody here in the chat the option to ask questions. You can also ask questions now if you want. You can, if you have something that about the subject what we're talking about, you can more than welcome to ask question. You're more than welcome to interact, and we're trying to our best to answer those questions. And also later on, it could be like when we are like giving you a full question to everyone, everything you want. It can be a free question to every kind of subject that you want. And yeah, we'll just be creative, ask whatever you want. Do we hate chocolate? I'm not hating chocolate, but that's on you if you hate chocolate. That's on you. That's on you. Hey Souls, hey Frogo, how you doing?
Hello.
So yeah. Hello, one. Okay, so we are going to start. So when do you want to start? We want to start with from the beginning? Or just pick a specific game that we are playing lately? I've been looking for a bit. Okay.
I don't know. What do you want to do? What do you think?
Okay, so you know what? I want to like a bit see how it's going with you when it's come to Xenoblade 2 because you've been playing Xenoblade 2, right?
Indeed, I am.
Okay. So let me get this straight. On what part did you manage to reach on Xenoblade 2?
I just reached into a very interesting part. Really, really interesting, which is the part where we just got through. Let me try and describe it properly. Basically, what happened was there was a war going on, and there was a lot of negotiation in the boardroom. And apparently, what was going on is Mitra was also discussing something deep about like the I believe the attention of what happened many years ago when Jin basically he had a character where he had like deep feelings for and something tragic happened, which what it seems according to the flashback, Jin had something to do with it. And now
I see.
And now apparently what's going on is we're trying to reach the Elysium before Malos and his goons actually reach there, because basically we ended up noticing, which was even mind-blowing, is that Malos had more power than we expected, and if he unleashes this full power that is being suppressed, he can basically annihilate all of existence with his insane god power that he has. So we're trying to prevent him from unlocking his full potential and basically destroy whole civilization.
I see. Okay, so I guess I can already understand where you are. By the way, it's not a spoiler. You know, there's actually a spin-off game that actually tells the story of Jin and his partner.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, that's actually a spin-off game that you can actually buy separately. Just so you know, you can actually buy it separately as a physical game, which is kind of cool. And it's actually telling the story that happens tons of years before, and with Jin as in his partner. It's not anything that's kind of can ruin your story or anything like that, because you kind of like they're already already told you a bit of what's going to happen in that past story, because if you already get it's past story, so it means that if you heard about what happened back then and the destruction and all that stuff, you can already get how this goes. And there's a lot of stuff that they're actually going through. You can actually go into it's like experiencing those specific parts of the story that actually can make a bit of sense of what happened, why Mitra become what she is right now, what she is right now, what happened on when the destruction happened. Everything will be explained. Seriously, everything will be explained in that stuff. When it comes to the past, when it comes to the story, the pretty much the story that you're gonna continue, it will explain itself.
Okay.
I will not go into details because there is a very interesting part, and because you also finished Xenoblade 1, you will understand that it will definitely going to make your head go a bit of thinking about what exactly is going on, which is quite important, especially for Xenoblade 3. It's really important that you are actually trying to understand how it goes, because the game itself actually gives you a hint of what's going on, especially because you played the extra story in Xenoblade 1. It actually give you a hint of what's going on in Xenoblade 3. Let me remind you that this version was actually being created after Xenoblade 2. So that's when they were actually working on Xenoblade 3. So just so you know, there was a big hint. There was a really big hint. But you only can understand it if you play Xenoblade 2. I will not go into details. There's a lot. You probably didn't know it about. You didn't notice it because it's quite hard to notice it if you didn't play Xenoblade 2.
Yeah.
But if you did, you will understand. But that's where I'm going to go with this, because I'm not going to get into the part of that, because the finding out is one of the most important part of this game, which I'll be frank is really, if you ask me, this actually is one of the best. Although my favorite is definitely going to be 3 all the way in any kind of aspect of gameplay, story, everything is definitely much more better in Xenoblade 3. Xenoblade X, I actually been playing Xenoblade X also off stream. I lessly like it, but it was kind of created before Xenoblade 2. So, they kind of learn about how to make it much more better in Xenoblade 1, Xenoblade 2, and Xenoblade 3. So, I don't know. They definitely hint. It's not a spoiler. They definitely hinting that they're probably going to continue with the direction of the X series, the Xenoblade X series. That's what the creators said. They said that also. I didn't play the DLC of Xenoblade 3, but they said in that trailer, the specific DLC, they give a hint. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. They actually given a hint that Xenoblade X is actually the direction they actually go. And that's actually a possibility because of how the story in Xenoblade X is. I'm not going to say what's going on with this, but let me tell you, it's actually quite grindy. It's really grindy. Not about levels. It's not about levels. That's about with Xenoblade X. It's not about level. You actually need to grind to actually become much more stronger. About like you have a mech and stuff like that. So it's kind of like you have to do a lot of stuff to actually continue in the game. Like you need to uncover new areas just so you can get to the next area. That's how it works in this game.
Waifu 2
so it
grind.
Can be quite a
in Xenoblade 2.
Yeah, well, yeah, there is. Yes, you are correct. There is grinding in also in Xenoblade 2, but compared to Xenoblade 2, the grinding can actually be like much more easy. There's a lot of ways to actually make the grind much more easy. You can actually, I don't know if you know this, but you can actually just go and just change the difficulty and to like max. You can actually just like the customized difficulty, and you can make you can actually make your characters super OP in a way that you can actually absolutely destroy the strongest enemies ever, and that's where you can actually just level up like crazy. That's what I do when I don't have a time for like leveling up a lot. Yeah,
I basically just bought the DLC expansion for 2. It gave me a lot of core crystals, which I got very, very, very lucky to get like legendary. And then when I'm like severely under leveled, I go to an inn, and then the inn will give you like automatically like leveling. Like you can basically like skip 5 levels or 6 levels sometimes, depending. And I just skip. anytime I get low leveled, I just use that to skip in case I get really stuck.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. By the way, what do you think about the gacha mechanics of this game?
Oh, so I'm gonna be honest. I agree with people. The gacha system, it is a little bit janky because it is very, very difficult to get a rare, especially if you only have rare or common. Common is just almost impossible to get a really solid blade.
There is actually a way to increase those chances, but you have to use a lot of extra cores to do this. If you notice, there's this chart. I don't know if you know this. There's a chart that you can actually use some kind of items. I don't remember it because it's been a while. That you can actually use to actually increase your chance about specific attributes. And if you can increase those attributes, you can get really rare blades.
Yeah, but the problem with that, and that's exactly what I did every time I do the pulling of the gacha for the blades, is you can use those I forgot what they're called. They're like they're a different variety of boosters, and with them you can increase the chance of specific blade you want to get, like fire, wind, water, ice, etc. And the more you give, the more likely that the blade that you'll get will be that element.
I think that's what I talk about. I think that's what I talk about.
But it doesn't actually help you with the rarity, unfortunately. Not
yes,
as much.
You are correct. Yeah, it's help a bit, but it's not actually give you 100% chance to get that specific blade. No chance.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, that's what I think that's the thing with the gacha system. It's have its plus and minus about how it can go, because if you get a really good character, a really awesome blade, then you're absolutely been set the entire game and you can actually have a really good time. But you can have actually a very worse time with your luck and get a really bad blade. Yeah. And just the regular ones. And then you can you have to deal with leveling up and stuff like that.
True. And the thing though that you might be lucky to get is that the more luck you boost your protagonist, the more likely you will get very higher chance to get a blade. And I don't know how much of an impact it will do once you increase the luck attribute stat in the game, but it does help, according to what the game said. Although I will say I've been having a hard time trying to get a rare since I ran out of rare and legendary core crystals.
But did you manage to get a rare? Did you manage to get some rares?
Yeah, I got a lot of rares, to be fair, for a lot of characters. I got Percival.
Just so you know, it's not actually it's not like a spoiler or something. But actually, after you finish the game, you can actually get even blades that are not blade that you're supposed to get. You can actually get Jin. You can actually get a lot of other characters, which is crazy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's not a spoiler because it's nothing to do with the story or anything like that. It's just part of the game plus stuff, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything about the story because the entire thing is all the shock. The emotional manipulation these games know how to do. The 180, they're just pulling this out of nowhere. Oh, this character was all this time like this. Oh my god, all this time this was like this. Oh my god. Hello, Samasha. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Welcome. We are enjoying our time doing some podcasts. And also, I think that's a mechanic that I kind of didn't like. But I think that probably some people will defend it. People might not. Is the fact that you sometimes need to get attributes to open stuff or burn stuff or do any kind of this. You have to have wind that have a specific level, 2 levels or something like that. So you have to have combination of this kind of stuff.
The field skills.
It's yeah, I never like that. I actually never like this because you have to sometimes even get a really basic blade just so you can actually just level it up, so you can actually just get out and just continue, because sometimes it actually can prevent you to continue the story, and I never like this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's fair because it restricts you in some areas. that can be that
Yeah.
can take away a little bit of the fun, especially when you're so
Yeah.
curious to explore and you're kind of stuck because you don't have the right field skills to access that area.
Yeah, be prepared for that in the more later areas, because it will be much more very, very strongly used in those areas.
Yeah.
Just be prepared. Just be prepared. What stuff are you been talking about? Well, we have been talking about actually the games that we've been playing on stream. So we're gonna talk about like this for 2 hours, and after that we're gonna give an hour to everybody to just talk about just ask us whatever they want, and we'll just answer it. Discussing about. I hope that answer your question. So yeah, that's one is Xenoblade 2. So, what's your favorite character so far in Xenoblade 2?
That would be tricky because I kind of like a lot of them, but I think we try and remember the names. But I think
Take your time.
I think I still kind of like Rex the most, to be fair with you. Although
I understand that, yeah.
Although I still like the father figure. My goodness, I try to remember his name.
Drama.
I believe so. You know the
It's
soldier
the
fellow?
lion.
No, not him. It's basically the one that had the winged blade. What's his name? Crap. Let me tell you exactly.
Danband?
No, not Danband. Let me tell you. Xenoblade 2. I will tell you right now who this guy is.
There's too many names.
There's too many names. Even I'm having trouble remembering his name. Even though I liked him so much, but his name is a little bit tricky to remember. Let me tell you exactly. Was it? What's with the wind attribute person? I don't remember.
The Birdman?
Well, there was like the Birdman. Yeah, it was his blade, and pretty much he died in the game.
Danband, I think his name was. Danband or Danhan. Danband or Danhan, something like that. Danhan, something like that, I think. He actually his name is appearing a lot in different times in the games. Like he actually if I'm not wrong, he's also in the first game, or he was in the other. He definitely was in the X, and he's absolutely in 3 too.
I don't know. All I know is he's in 2. I don't know much about this guy yet, but actually no, Van Damme. That's his name.
Van Damme on. So who's? I probably got confused about that. Yeah, probably got confused about this name.
I freaking love Van Damme.
Yeah, Van Damme. Yeah, he is a good. He was a really great father figure for the main character. So I can definitely get what you're saying. It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah.
I actually agree about Rex, because like when I'm thinking about like Rex, is definitely feel like a very it's feel like he's definitely a kid. Is definitely a kid. Is definitely feel like if there was a kid in this kind of situation, it will definitely act like this. It makes a lot of sense. So that's why I actually like Rex, because it's actually believable. It makes sense. Also, I really like Pyra. I also really like Pyra. I think that she's also a good character that also like interact with like normal and just really lovable, really easy to love, and I think that's very easy to understand. The other characters are also really great. I think that I forgot her name. The cat girl. What's her name? What's her name? I forgot the name of the cat girl.
You mean Nia?
Nia. Yes, Nia. Yes. She's also a very good character. She's a really great character as well. But if I have to either think about 2 characters that I really like, is definitely going to be Rex and Pyra, because hands down, really great. Definitely makes the entire story just go absolutely great. Mitra I like less because of the tsundere act and stuff like that. I had enough from those kind of characters, because I've been seeing those kind of stuff a lot in a lot of animes and stuff. So in sometimes you're getting kind of used to it, and it's kind of just kind of another tsundere that's like the main character, but acting like she doesn't like the main character. You can like I had enough of this kind of stuff. It's just me just having some kind of opinion. That's it. It's not like she's a bad character or anything like that. It's just like it's yeah, and all that. Okay. So that is Xenoblade 2. Do you have something that you want to talk about Xenoblade 2? Your experience, anything like that? What do you like to talk about?
So, related to Xenoblade, I will say what I liked a lot is it had really interesting combat mechanics, which I really liked a little bit more than one. Like example, the fact that you can fuse different types of ether, and then you can create like these really awesome special combos and do a lot of damage and strategize. I think I liked it because there is a bit more strategy tactic placement that takes place in Xenoblade 2, especially when you have different types. So
I agree. It's definitely yes. Sorry. Yes.
So, sorry. So you have like tank, healer, attacker, and then from there, besides those, you can also like the fact that you have different weapons, which you can try to strategize with those weapons, and basically you with those ether types, there is first of all it has a lot of cutscenes which are a little bit on the sussy side because there's a lot of fan service, which I was expecting so damn much. Like
they actually, just so you know, they actually kind of neutralize it a bit in the latest entries. Although there are some a bit of this, but it's definitely feels like it's been a bit toned down compared to the second game. That's my opinion about this, at least.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they had really, really, really crazy moments, which I'm not gonna even question about because I was even very bloody surprised when they happened. I was like, what the hell am I watching? Is this like some 18 plus anime show all of a sudden with all these cutscenes going on? And I thought I thought Xenoblade 1 had those scenes, but Xenoblade 2 was crazy. And I think they were fine. I didn't really mind because they were funny at the same time. So it created like that unexpected wow factor that, because even though there were like moments where you literally just see just Mitra and Rex, and she's like sleeping in his bed, and well, pretty much there was a lot of touching going on there. So there's a lot of questionable things, and it turned into a very comedic stunt because she's like,
I think it's what
she's like calling him pervert and stuff like that, and then she throws stuff at him, and he just stays surprised, and everyone is like, but she came into the men's room, and I'm like, whoa, it's like, what happened? And then she's like, I'm sleepwalking and shit. I'm like, a little crazy. And at the same time, it was funny how it was,
I think that's what is really being emphasized more in Xenoblade 2 is the fact that they make the characters much more more funny. There's definitely been like increasing making it more like an anime that is more like action comedy a bit. So the character will have some a bit like more genuine reaction and stuff like that. So it was actually quite interesting. I think that's the direction that they actually took. It actually quite well because it's making character more believable, more interesting and stuff like that. And they definitely took that approach to Xenoblade 3. They definitely took it, and of course, like I said, they toned down a bit the fan service.
Good.
And they make sure to more increase the fact that they are like, I will not go to those sort of stuff because it's quite good. I think that there is a good reason why this game, for me at least, it's the best game of the series. And I'm looking forward to you to actually react to those kind of stuff. There are a lot of messed up moments in this game. There are even more than compared to Xenoblade 2. So I'm looking forward to that. I think we can actually move to a different game. That I think that we both experience really well, and even too much even. Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts. I think that Kingdom Hearts we've been playing. I don't know about you. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts too much. I've been playing too much Kingdom Hearts. I remember finishing Kingdom Hearts 1 too many times. And Kingdom Hearts 2, I already stopped counting. Kingdom Hearts 3, change of memories and all that stuff. Because let's face it, at least in my opinion, and I think everybody will agree, Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best. This is my opinion. I think Kingdom Hearts 2 is definitely the best in the series.
Agreed.
But that is, because let's get to it. Let's get to that. Let's start with Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 1 is definitely, like, you can feel it was definitely a start of something, because it was. But what's not I like about Kingdom Hearts 2 is the fact that how much you can see that they try to give some personality and something new for the player to enjoy. And that's what I think why a lot of people love it. Not only the fan service about the Disney characters and the Final Fantasy characters, I think that they also knew how to make the gameplay not only interesting, but also make the story interesting, as much as it was kind of convoluted and how they did it.
I mean, for me, about Xenoblade 1, what I got surprised when I played it the first time is, first of all, I was very surprised there was even Disney characters in it, because I never even dreamed of there would be a game where you see crossover characters from franchises. So that's
you kind of said Xenoblade 1. You kind of said Xenoblade 1 except for Kingdom Hearts 1.
Oh, well, that's understandable, because I love them so much that I'm just going to end up mixing both of them at the same time.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Next collab, Kingdom Hearts and Xenoblade. Why not? You know what? That will actually be kind of interesting and kind of weird.
Oh, man. I mean...
Continue, please.
People have been arguing about Marvel and Kingdom Hearts, but I don't think that's ever going to happen, even though they literally own Marvel by
it's
Disney.
Possible. It's still possible.
Oh, yeah. They can do it, because they own Marvel. They can literally implement it. It's just a question mark is how they will implement it, but...
that's a pressure, because...
That we'll see.
Yeah, because let's start with Kingdom Hearts 1, because there are a lot to unpack. Actually, a lot. I have more unpacked stuff about Kingdom Hearts 3 than compared to the other games.
Yeah.
And I think you can actually guess why. So first of all, let's start with the Kingdom Hearts. What do you think about the story of the first Kingdom Hearts?
It's very complex. It's really emotionally driven, and it's emotionally complex, which I really like the emotional complexity, because it creates a much more mystery and a much more educational feel to the game when you do have such things like that, because the next thing you're like seeing these characters who barely have that kind of like sense of emotion, and then you start to realize the deeper you go in the story, you're like, oh, so there's like something deeper going on with this character. He's just doing a good job hiding it, or she's doing a good job hiding it, and then you come to realize that, you know, she was created, or something's going on behind her back, and there's a lot of mystery going on here and there, and the more we start encountering like certain things, it starts opening up into a much more depth and much more character growth driven story about how they interacted with each other, what their connection is. And I like that. I like about this Kingdom Hearts franchise, because it's very complex. Although the only thing I don't like is that it can be too complex for some people. So unless you have a handy notebook to jot down every note of what's been going on from one all the way to the very end, it can be very,
I've been
very
playing
hard.
endless me time. Or playing too many times.
Oh, too many times. Yeah, exactly. It can be very hard to keep track of the story. However, what I intend to do mostly to keep track of things is that I take the most critical moments of each game and like the most important moments of what truly kept that moment carrying on and improving. So, for example, I can take a moment from Kingdom Hearts 1, like during Destiny Island. So I remember the most important thing on Destiny Island, what happened when he was talking to Kairi, and what happened and what he ended up knowing or trying to understand at that time. And then from Kingdom Hearts 2, we got to understand more what happened to Riku and his friends and what his goal ended up, and then how it expanded in Kingdom Hearts 3. And now, of course, in Kingdom Hearts 3, we took the most important endings in the end game. At least not in
Wait,
that
wait,
one.
wait for it. Wait for the talking about Kingdom Hearts 3. We'll have time for this. We'll have time for this.
Yeah, for that.
By the way, hello Nuke, welcome to the stream. Make sure to follow Nuke, he's absolutely awesome streamer. Go and check him out. Hello there, by the way, and thank you very much for the fart. Thank you very much for the fart, Nuke. Thank you very much. There's a reason why I don't want you to jump to Kingdom Hearts 3 because I know there's connections. Okay, so for me, the story was so complex. It actually was my first game that I actually have a very complex story. And because after I played this game, I actually started to play much more complex game after this. I was like, in that time, I was not like into like Final Fantasy characters and all those kind of stuff. I never played a Final Fantasy game, by the way, before Kingdom Hearts, for the first Kingdom Hearts game. So I didn't know nothing about like Squall, Tifa, and well, Tifa was actually in the second, but anyway, I didn't know about those characters at all. Cloud, nothing. I know about Hades, I know about Hercules, Tarzan, and all the other characters that was in Kingdom Hearts 1. So, even though I didn't know about Final Fantasy characters, the fact that this game makes you also enjoy the fact that you're seeing stuff that you enjoy watching, like those kind of movies, and also getting connected to the characters that also from Final Fantasy, which create a very great combination that I think that definitely creates some interest both of any kind of person. Like you can just come from a background of not playing games and stuff, and you can actually just enjoy a lot of this. Well, there's like a problem with my for some reason the frame rate just I have some drop frame. I don't know why that happened.
Tech issues.
Yeah, for some reason it like tell me like there's 230s drop of frame for some reason. I don't know why.
Damn.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. But it looks like it's stable now. Hopefully it will stay like this. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me when it comes to the story because you kind of already said what exactly I'm thinking. Although I kind of interesting to know if what your reaction will be when it's come to playing like a game like Metal Gear Solid, because that franchise, if you're getting confused in that in Kingdom Hearts, you're definitely gonna get confused in Metal Gear, and that series is even 2 times even more complex and have 3 times the more cutscene than compared to Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, that's definitely complex more.
That kind of game.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, gameplay. I think that everybody is on enjoyment because the last time I actually played it, let's see, we have somebody that I mostly just play games like Minecraft, Rust, DayZ, or We Want More these days. Well, everybody have their own stuff that they're playing, so it makes sense. For me, I think that Kingdom Hearts have a very interesting gameplay. I really like the fact that it was like an action and like RPG that you can actually be like free and how you do stuff. So this why people like that have like playing like the with the chance of level 1 actually can beat it because how much the game give you the freedom on how to approach a problem. You can actually be in level 1 and you can be absolutely just avoiding any kind of attack, deflecting all the attacks and all this stuff, and you can actually win. You can actually win, and that's make this game really good because creativity. Because when it comes to gameplay always need to be something that can be create a lot of creativity and at the same time give you a lot of options, and that's what I really like about this one. But I gotten into the Persona series because holy crap, the games are fun. Yes, the Persona series are really good. The Persona series are good. They are definitely a different type of games that you need to like sometime focus really good on the story because the story definitely give you some hints on how the story is going to continue. Also, they recommend you to actually play Persona. By the way, Nathan, I'm sure that there are people on your side that recommend you because.
Oh yeah,
Persona games.
That's for sure.
Persona game. Yeah, I've been playing actually Persona games. Also, I play Persona 5, and I kind of like going on and off about this game because it's mostly a game that I'm letting my community choose it. But this is a game that you actually need to know this stuff because it's give you a hint of every time on how the story is going to progress. and actually it's a very good structure of story. It's not like crazy like Kingdom Hearts. That's like you have this stuff and that stuff, and yeah, you try to figure out what the heck is going on here. I need to stream that again sometime. Go for it. I haven't completed 3 or 4. You need to do it. Okay, so that is it. And what I really like about the first game is the bosses, the secret bosses.
Right.
I think that the Sephiroth. I think for me, I think that the strongest bosses, hands down, is still Sephiroth, and I still hate Sephiroth. Sephiroth is one of my worst bosses that that I love and hate. Mostly hate, specifically in 1. I will talk about 2 after we get to 2. Because of how absolutely crazy it's just absolutely destroying you and just not letting you down in every kind of minute. And you need to find opening fast, because if you're not finding openings, you're dead. And even if you are level 99, you can still die. You can still die absolutely fast.
Yeah. Because you need to strategize. It's not just about, having all that defense and attack. Like, what good it will do if you have all that defense and attack and you're just letting them take easy shots at you. You'll pretty much be destroyed by the chance you heal.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what do you think? What do you think about the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 1?
I think it's quite nice to get you familiarized with the whole franchise, because 1, it has its own challenges, because then I feel like in 2 they changed some things which they made a bit easier. Like, for example, the MP bar, they made it much easier in 2, because the MP bar in 2 it regenerates after a certain period of time.
That's true.
So they made that a bit easy. Unlike in 1, you have to use MP potions, or basically you hit them enough. And pretty much
true. Yeah.
In 1 as well, I think the super bosses as well, they're easier compared to the Kingdom Hearts 2. However, what I liked about 1 is it felt a bit more puzzly than Kingdom Hearts 2 in some areas.
True. You need to actually understand them. In 1, you kind of need to understand their mechanics, and you need to understand how to fight them. It's less about how powerful they are. It's more about you trying to understand how they work and understand how to go through their trickiness. Because every boss have its own stuff. Like, there's the boss in the desert that you have to understand how to attack him because of the shield and stuff, because he actually navigates entire powers that you have. You have also the one with in Peter Pan world that you have to use magic, specific magic, to actually harm him. Yeah, which is really annoying. And also there's the unknown, which is the one that the hooded figure, which is actually Xemnas, which is you kind of need to understand how to prevent him for doing some kind of his mechanics of like lowering your HP, because it can actually instant kill you, and you need to learn about how to maneuver those kind of stuff. But it's actually less hard than the other stuff. So basically, do you have something more to continue about Kingdom Hearts 1?
Besides that, I think it's really cool as a game. I think it's a really nice way of. I like the worlds as well. Actually, the worlds were nice. Like the Tarzan world, I thought it was pretty freaking awesome. It was a very cool jungle map that had a lot of puzzles to it, which I thought it was pretty fascinating to have.
I agree, yeah.
And I liked it. It was a really interesting game for its time.
Yeah. Let's see. Although I do include games like War Thunder, and I do like a PvP every once in a while. Yeah, PvP can be fun, depending on what kind of stuff you enjoy. So yeah, I agree with that kind of stuff. It's definitely. You need to when I first played this game, I didn't know there's difficulty to the levels, to the world that you go. So, like, I jumped from like Alice in Wonderland, and I jumped to Tarzan. And because Tarzan was meant for a much more higher level, and I actually did a couple more twice with those kind of stuff, so I actually just absolutely destroyed myself. So I actually had a really bad time in that when I played Tarzan. After I play again the game, I had a nice time.
It was a really challenging, puzzly one. It was nice, though. I'll say that. It was really nice, but I admit it was a little bit annoying as a puzzle map. But It was
Yeah.
visually nice, though. In fact, I was hoping that they would actually like redesign, like not redesign as in like change it per se, like mostly like recolor it into a much more modern version to make it look much more modern graphically wise, while keeping the. Or actually, you know what? They could have added more things to Tarzan World, because they could have introduced, for example, I remember watching the series of Tarzan. They could have added the ship map, where somewhere in the Tarzan world you get to fight against salvagers or thieves on the ship itself,
That can actually be good. Yeah.
or you can
I
do it,
think.
for example, meeting with the Doctor himself, with
Yeah.
with
The
Jane's
Doctor was not in
father.
the game. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Doctor
he
was
was
not in the
not.
game.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I think the reason for this is probably have to like cost. If I have to guess, it's probably cost.
most
Because
likely.
when it's come to it's probably have to be cost, because remember they also probably work with Disney, so they probably have their own stuff they want them to do or not to do. And in the same time, you have like we're talking about a PS2 era, and the PS2
Yeah.
era, and also it was like the most earliest stages of the PS2. Not a lot of people knew how to like maximize the performance of the PS2 back then. So it was like testing the ground nighttime. So they're probably trying to do their best to like minimize stuff and at the same time make sure it will work.
Nah, exactly.
I will just for closing this and moving on to the second game. I think that like I hated the Gummy Ship section in Kingdom Hearts 1. I really hate it. It was boring. It was seriously boring. I never like it. I never like this. I never like it. No matter how many times I play this game, I never like the Gummy Ship. It's so boring. It's so slow. Yes, I understand that you can upgrade your Gummy Ship. I understand that, but it was not fun. The enemies barely shoot you. The enemy barely shoots you. It's barely like you can barely find yourself dying. It's not feel like you are trying anything. I can just go straight. I think I actually tried it on my stream. I actually went straight and did nothing, and I actually managed to get to the next part without any kind of problem, because they don't do anything that can absolutely destroy you. They're not like trying to take you down or something like that. Which I think we will go to our next game, which is Kingdom Hearts 2. And I think we'll like combine Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3 so we can actually move on to other games. Because if we're not, we'll just stick on Kingdom Hearts.
We'll stick to
Although
this
there are yeah, because let's face it, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Unlurk. Hello, Frogo from Unlurking. So Kingdom Hearts 2 is definitely a really great upgrade from Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts 2, both of graphics and both of gameplay. I will let you start what you're thinking about the story, and then I will get my opinion about this. And also also you can combine it with Kingdom Hearts 2, so we can wrap it up and move to the next stuff. Because if not, we will not finish this stuff because there's a lot of talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 too.
Yep.
So yeah.
You want me to elaborate on Kingdom Hearts 1, right?
Yeah. No, Kingdom Hearts 2. We're on Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 already. Right. We're moving to Kingdom Hearts 2. And you can also talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 in the same time, because we kind of want to move on.
Right. Okay. No problem. So regarding 2, from 1 to 2, I think that what I like 2 so much about is, first of all, the animation. They improved it tremendously from 1.
Absolutely.
2 was like the pinnacle of like animation. The insane battle that it had, especially I think the last final fight was the most biggest awesome battle that I've seen, which I still to this day agree that it's probably one of the most awesome battle scenes in any Kingdom Hearts game, because everything just felt like I'm watching this like really badass anime fight, and it was very fluent and very cool. Especially, like example, to give you like one of the best cutscenes that I really liked in that fight is, for example, when Sora just dashed through those buildings and just literally just give you that stare and he just slices them in half like some fucking anime samurai. Like, that shit was fire. Like,
although I was hoping that we can actually do this in some point. That would be awesome. Because that felt so satisfying, him just cutting up like 5 buildings at the same time. It's like nothing. I mean, like,
it's
I'm
awesome.
seeing this. I want this, dude. I want this. Why you cannot give me this move? I want to cut stuff absolutely
Yeah,
awesomely and just yeah. Well, I mean, why not?
it's pleasing.
Um,
It really is very
yeah,
pleasing.
absolutely, yes.
And I think what I liked about 2 a lot, besides those kind of cutscenes, is they introduced so many different characters that we went into depth about them. So that's what I liked so much. We got to understand new characters, feelings. We got to learn so much more complexity lore that we
More complexity.
that basically just changed the whole bloody concept, because we ended up learning about nobodies and heartless and the difference and how they turn into one and what makes them strong and why do they have different abilities from each other and how to defeat them, and pretty much what they have been trying to accomplish all this time, which pretty much has been the repetition goal since all Kingdom Hearts games, is that they're trying to, claim hearts for themselves so they can actually become real humans. And they're doing that by summoning Kingdom Hearts. And then all of a sudden it turns out that there was different alternatives, because as Xehanort, he had alternative plans to basically reach out and claim the X-Blade for himself so that he can unlock the secrets of war and pretty much try to understand what like the prophecy was talking all about, and just encountering the secrets and just pretty much trying to, I guess the perfect answer would be he tried to gain control with that power that he gained from the X-Blade, because with the X-Blade he could pretty much ended up just having people at his mercy, because that
Yeah.
weapon was like fucking OP. And even though Sora, he struggled to defeat him, and the only reason he defeated him in the final fight is because he had his friends giving him the light energy that he needed to actually defeat him. Otherwise, in fact, there was like a fake death scene that happens in Kingdom
Oh
Hearts
yeah, I
3.
remember that. I
And
remember that.
and that's a
Yeah.
justification that if he did fight him alone, he would stood no chance against him.
Yeah. Well, he is a master. He is a master that
Yeah.
has been perfecting his craft for a very long time.
Yeah.
So it makes sense he will be seriously strong. It makes sense.
True. And it was very sad how it ended and all that, because deep down, despite everything they've been through, it all wrapped up into the fact that they still had a bit of respect towards each themselves, because they knew each other, and they were at the same time they were teachers. They taught their students, they cared about them, they treated them like family. And
But in the end, there was the
yeah.
manipulation and all that stuff. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they were like brothers at this point, especially when they had this like deep connection with each other, because they were playing chess together at a very young age.
hmm Yeah, and I think that's what's really interesting on how they actually went with the story of 2 and 3. 2 actually definitely went and tried to go up and beyond on just how to like make character more alive and more interactable with the facial expressions, and more animated it a bit more compared to the other game that was more still. There were some like more there were animation like the maps and stuff, but in second they definitely have more of this compared to the first game.
Yeah.
And what I really like about this is that how much they make sure that the story will be much more interesting, how much point that you have to like understand and stuff. But there's two parts in this game that I really don't like when it comes to the story. And I think you can already guess. One is the change of memories. Why I have a problem with change of memories? Well, because this game was on Game Boy freaking Advance. And back then, you didn't know about this kind of stuff. And most games that pretty much was released back then on Game Boy Advance will count as some games that have nothing to do with the story. But no, this game actually have some connection to the story. And if you didn't play this game, you have zero clue about specific character that actually appeared in Kingdom Hearts 2, like Namane, which appear in Change of Memories, which have some really big implementation on how happened the stuff that happened in Kingdom Hearts 2. So if you didn't play this game, you'll be kind of bamboozled about what's going on, because who's this character?
Mm-hmm.
You think that it's a new character, but no, it's actually been introduced already. And not only that, it have a very, 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 very important connection to the main plot, which is quite crazy and annoying at the same time. So
Yeah.
this is why I really like how they manage it in Kingdom Hearts 2. Also, the second thing that I think everybody, maybe there are some people that don't actually have okay with this, but I kind of got annoyed about this, is the start of the game when you're playing as Roxas. I think that the fact that you're playing like you're playing as Roxas, which is let's face it, it's a tutorial level. It's just a tutorial area that you're playing like something like from like 1 to 2 hours, depending on
Mm.
how you're doing. Which I didn't like this. I didn't like the fact that you have to like go with a different type of character just so you can actually get to the main story. You like have to grind through the entire Roxas story. It's not bad. It's not that it's bad. It's the fact that you have to grind through the entire story just to
Yeah.
get to the main story. And it's kind of annoying when you get to the. And I think that's probably there are probably people that actually decide to not continue playing Kingdom Hearts 2 just because of how much this part is probably was kind of like normal. It was like not there was not a lot of really cool stuff that actually happened later after this game, because when you are started playing as Sora, stuff are getting absolutely awesome. And that is what I didn't like about what's going on with the story after and before. Um,
Mm.
Kingdom Hearts 3 definitely improved when it comes to story and stuff like that. I absolutely enjoy how they actually try to finish the saga of Xehanort, and I think they did it absolutely great. The only thing that I have a nitpicking about the story or about what's going to happen, what's happening in Kingdom Hearts 3, is the fact that there were no Final Fantasy character compared to the other games. You had like they did put Squall and Yuffie and stuff in like the DLC, but well, like it was like a very small cutscene that you see, which if you let's be frank, it's have no meaning because it's very small to the story, and it's kind of
Mm.
annoyed me because those characters were seriously important in the first and the second game. So why put them like very insignificant characters in the other game, in this game, which kind of annoyed me in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, I think that it was really good. Let's talk
Yeah.
about the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3. You start.
What? Oh no, because
Gameplay.
you were talking a lot, and I think my brain just went into off mode.
Oh, okay.
Can you repeat one more time?
Okay. No problem, no problem. So talk about what you thought about Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay.
Oh.
Start with Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh.
Quite easy.
So what I think about them is I think Kingdom Hearts 3 it was way easier than Kingdom Hearts 2 in terms of from start to finish, because
Hmm.
Kingdom Hearts 3, at least what I felt, it had a lot of options which made the combat system much easier, including the bosses and enemies were not insanely strong when you're playing in normal mode. Unless you're playing critical mode, you will have some sort of a challenge, but not that crazy challenge to say that it's almost way difficult to beat. You know, it's unless you
Yeah.
go to the data fights, that would be a different
Yeah, the data
story of
fights
the
are hard.
fights, which are
The data
definitely
fights are
much
definitely hard.
harder. But
Definitely, yeah.
I think gameplay wise, what I like is I think Kingdom Hearts 2, what I like the most is the animation combat, which I liked a lot.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
liked
absolutely.
that it had more of a challenge in some areas. What I liked comparison to Kingdom Hearts 3, Kingdom Hearts 3 definitely had more visuals, like better than Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, so visual wise, it was much nicer, that's for sure. And it felt like Kingdom Hearts 3, in my opinion, what had better is that there had more things you can do in different areas. So you have, for example, the whole Mickey Mouse emblem task where you can take like pictures and then you can unlock awards. And then you have, for example, collecting ingredients and go to the Ratatouille restaurant. So I think 3,
So
what I
that's
liked,
good.
it had more things you can do. Kingdom Hearts 2, it had some things, but 3 had a bit more. And I think also what I liked as well is there was like different mini games as well, which I thought it was pretty cool in 2 as well. And I think pretty much. Well, I think at 3 though it had more. I think it had way more Final Fantasy reference than Kingdom Hearts 2. Could be wrong at that point, but I think it was nice. So I think to each of their own. It's hard to explain between the two because they all had their ups and downs. But I think gameplay wise, I like both of them. Honestly, I'm not really the kind of person to choose which one was my favorite because I like both of. Maybe Kingdom Hearts 2 had a slightly more nostalgic feel, so I guess maybe 2 I liked it a little bit more in terms of animation wise for what it used to be. But I loved both of them, to be sincere with you. I really love both of them.
Oh, I can actually have no problem to say which was my favorite, which is definitely Kingdom Hearts 2. I actually and there's let me give you this. Kingdom Hearts 2 is one of the games that I've been playing like too much, more than any game that I ever played. So I finished it so many times. I actually ultra finish it a lot more than compared to other times that I play it when I actually stream it. Kingdom Hearts 2 is most popular title. Yes, it is, and I will actually tell you why. When it comes to battles, it definitely feel like more intense. The fights are definitely giving you some hard times and actually trying to push you to know how to fight. You actually need to understand. You can still fight like with one. You can still fight with level 1 and actually win a fight. Yes, but the thing is that you actually not. They're actually remove entire puzzles. There's no puzzles this time. There's no puzzles entirely. There's actually no puzzles. Also, in the third game, they remove entirely puzzles. There's no puzzles at all.
Yep, they did remove the puzzles.
Yeah, they definitely did. Definitely remove it. I think that they probably wanted to more focus on the action, and it's definitely showed that they definitely focus on it because it's awesome. And Kingdom Hearts 2 definitely have this kind of flare of energy when you're fighting against a boss and stuff. It definitely makes you kind of like sometimes frustrated, and sometimes it makes you like trying your best to actually trying to best your other opponent. And to be frank, I actually think that what I like is that AI actually trying to give you a challenge, which I actually like, but there is a positive and a negative. What I mean by that? The positive is like a fight, like let me give you an example. Sephiroth. I think that Sephiroth boss in Kingdom Hearts 2 is a masterpiece of a boss battle. Why is that? It's because this boss actually trying to outmaneuver you. He's trying to trick you. The battle is fierce. You only fight against one-on-one. Again, yes. But the thing is that it's much more intense. You always in attack. You're trying to outmaneuver each other. It's feel alive. You feel like you're actually fighting against a person, which why I really like it. And there is the other negative, and there's the negative. Lingering Will, which is the only boss that I didn't finish in Kingdom Hearts 2 because I seriously, it's absolutely. I seriously hate that boss. I seriously still hate this boss because what's really annoying about this boss compared to the other bosses in Kingdom Hearts is that compared to other Kingdom Hearts to the other bosses in Kingdom Hearts 2, they're actually giving you like a space to attack them, and you can actually just keep the momentum and stuff like that. In this game, in this fight, you have to like pick specific point that you can actually attack him because if you try, you will never get any kind of damage. None, zero. And when he's going to the second phase, if it's your first time, there's a chance you're absolutely gone. You're absolutely gone. And I actually fought against him on full levels, on level 99 with the best Keyblade, and I absolutely got destroyed a lot.
I feel that it is very tricky.
Yeah, it's seriously tricky what they did in Kingdom Hearts 2. But overall, I think that Kingdom Hearts 2 definitely have a really superior gameplay when it comes to combat. Kingdom Hearts 3 was definitely making the game, like, I definitely agree with what you're saying. They definitely make the game much more easier compared to the first one. Because I actually did give a try to the most harder difficulties. I just played the original, like the base story, and it was less hard compared to the second game. But it is enjoyable its own way. I like all the other mechanics that they put and stuff like that. But it's feel like something was kind of like removed compared to the second game that have like this energy, like this feeling of like fluidity in the battle. It's feel like it's definitely they definitely give you variety. They definitely give you variety of enemies. They definitely give
Yeah.
you varieties how you approach the enemy. But I don't know, something about the flair, the flair of the combat, feel like needed more stuff. And that's my opinion, Liz. I'm not saying it's bad. Don't get me wrong. The game is great. But it definitely feel like there was something that was
Unneeded.
missing.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
feel that
I
too.
know. Yeah, because when I fought against bosses, I felt the challenge. I felt the energy. I felt that I need to outmaneuver the bosses. I need to think out of my comfort zone sometimes. And those
Yeah.
bosses were like, well, like there were a couple of bosses that was kind of like you kind of need to think about a bit how to deal with them. But something missing. Something was definitely missing in those kind of battles. I don't know. It's kind of hard to put it to words, but it definitely felt like it. Although I definitely enjoy the collecting, I definitely enjoy getting all the stuff and going to the different world. It definitely, when it's come to game, the graphic is was definitely top notch. No hands down, no arguments there. But I don't know. It's feel like if they're in the next game, I really looking. I really hope that stuff we will see much uh, more emphasized on the combat because I think that it's definitely needed. I think it was definitely needed. Not it was bad in Kingdom Hearts 3, but I think it's needed more energy. It still need to feel more alive. You know? What do you think?
Yeah, I guess that's a fair opinion as well. I know. I think I just like them so much. I, I'm not sure at this point what they could have. I think definitely the difficulty they could have upped up a little bit more for Kingdom Hearts 3. But besides that, I think overall I have nothing to add. I like both of them very much.
Yeah,
I
I
really
like
do.
both of them too.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually like them very much. I I think they had their own ups and downs, which I really admire for both of them. But deep down, they were all fantastic. I seriously just had so much fun playing them, and I played them a lot of times. I replayed the fuck out of them. They were great, and yeah, I really loved every moment in those Kingdom Hearts games. The other Kingdom Hearts games were nice, like oh my god, I almost said Breath of the Wild, Bird by Sleep.
Breath of the Wild, Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, now in your store near you, yes,
Now I'm just
absolutely,
going
yes.
Zelda now my brain
Yeah.
just went so. But yeah, I like the whole like Bird by Sleep. Bird by Sleep was pretty nice.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild was good, yes.
Dream Drop Distance was alright. I just felt like it was exaggeratedly challenging for no reason in some areas,
Yeah, there are
especially the final
difficult
boss.
yeah, there are difficult spikes that are definitely not needed. If Kingdom Hearts was too easy, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep was like a lot of difficult spike that came out of nowhere, which were really not fair, to be frank. I think that they were never not needed because you can do a point that you're actually trying to like sometime even like absolutely destroy them with some kind of maneuver, so they still will do a lot of damage.
Yeah. But to each of their own, like they all had
Yeah.
their ups. I really don't know what they besides I think besides maybe adding I don't know actually. I can't really say anything because I really liked so much, and I don't know because from their budget point of view you can't really say, because you can say like they should have added this and that, and I'm like,
Yeah, of course. You
yeah,
can always say that.
it is an
Yeah.
opinion based. You can always give that as an
Yeah,
opinion, but
absolutely.
I think
It is a
overall,
opinion.
if I were to understand what their budget was and what they were aiming for, I think overall what they provided was pretty awesome. I think
Yeah.
it was great, and I don't know. I don't. Besides the difficulty, I don't think there was anything else they could have added or changed. I think it was perfect the way it is. It just needed some minor tweaks.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that if they actually did some tweaks to the difficulty, that would be great. Because let's face it, the final boss in Bed for Sleep was annoying. seriously annoying because of the fact that the boss can do just rewind time, which is quite annoying. It's always annoying to actually have to deal with a boss that can actually heal himself. So I
Huh.
never like that kind of stuff. The fact that you have
Yeah.
to like attack him, and then when he is losing tons of his HP, he's doing like this timer, and if you don't destroy that timer, he's just healing himself, and you have to do the entire thing again and again and again and
Hmm.
again until you actually manage to do it, and it was so annoying, and
Yeah,
I never
annoying.
enjoy it.
Yeah, I hate
Uh
bosses that heal. So it's so
yeah, bosses are
irritating.
here
As
annoying.
if they're not like
Yeah,
strong enough as it is, most of them. The least thing you want is you're struggling to do damage, and then you see half of their HP already full up. And I'm like there
yeah,
with 5 HP left, struggling
absolutely.
and
Yeah,
surviving
that's
and just consistently screaming on the inside because they just
yeah.
keep healing every time I do progress, and it's like I'm back to square one. The only difference is just they just keep on being annoying. At least the good thing is not all bosses heal, thank goodness. And
Yeah, thank God for that. Yeah, absolutely.
that's the
Yeah.
least thing we needed, but yeah, when bosses do heal, that's just so annoying. I
Yeah.
hate
I don't know
that.
why. I don't know why they always like to do this, especially in RPGs. RPGs,
Oh,
JRPGs. They
yeah,
enjoy
sadly.
doing this. I don't know why. There always there's this like this always have to be like this boss that have a lot that is can like have a lot of HP or some
Hmm.
or boss that is not hard, but it can always if you're not managing to destroy him fast, it will just absolutely heal himself, and then you will find yourself in a very bad position because you waste your entire items on nothing, and then you are in trouble because you thought that this is it, and then you find out he absolutely just absolutely heal himself. So now I need to start from square one. Oh, how fun is this one?
Yeah, it's wild. It really is. It really is wild.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I think we talk about Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
We did Kingdom Hearts. What kind of game did you play on your stream? What kind of games did you been playing on stream? We will just go and pick one of them and just talk about them. What kind of games did you play on the stream? Did
So
you play on your stream?
Xenoblade 2, I'm still making progress on it, which I'm having the best time of my life playing it. It's definitely worth the money as an RPG. I think it might I would probably even go as far to say that Xenoblade as a franchise is probably the most awesome franchise on the Switch.
I agree.
So if you're like an
Actually,
RPG fan,
Xenoblade.
you need to play it for damn sure.
Yeah, I agree. The reason I actually bought the Switch was for Xenoblade 2 because it got me interested.
Mm,
And because of this, because of Xenoblade 2, I actually got into the Xenosaga games and also the other games. I actually
yeah,
have,
indeed. Even
yeah,
me. I
yeah,
got into Zelda. I got
oh,
into Shin Megami Tensei. I really freaking love that so much.
oh,
It,
yeah, that's a good
I
series. Hard one, but
really
it's a really hard one. It's a
oh
really
yeah.
hard series.
Oh yeah. And
It's really hard.
it was such a not like a rage moment game, but it kind of makes you a little bit annoyed at sometimes because that game is a strategy as hell when it comes to
Yeah, you
being a
have
turn based.
to. Yeah, in this game, you kind of need to understand how you approach enemies, and you need to understand weaknesses, and you need to understand how to level up precisely, and how to make sure that you're getting the best party for this. Because you will, it's like you have a test, and you need to make sure that you fully prepare for this, and you don't know what kind of stuff you're gonna have on your test, and you kind of need to like prepare for every scenario. Most of the time, you will not be prepared. There's also a chance that you actually manage to do this, but after that, there will kind of be like second phase, and then you absolutely getting destroyed, and that can happen, especially
Yep.
in Cinema say. Hey Abdul, how are you guys? I'm doing great. We are talking about games that we played on our streams. We are talking about right now on Shin Megami Tensei. So yeah, I played Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, not on stream, but off stream, and that game is absolutely crazy and absolutely hard. And I don't recommend you to play it unless you're ready to throw your console out the window. But that's on you. Um, Yeah, I'm dead serious. It's that hard.
No,
Um,
it is
so
hard.
yeah. You also said that you played Zelda. What kind of Zelda did you play?
I played
On.
the first Zelda game that I played was Breath of the Wild. I really loved Breath of the
Mm.
Wild, and I played a bit of Ocarina of Time on my off stream, which I really
Oh.
liked how different it is from the other Zelda games. I love how incredibly difficult it is because holy crap, I think Zelda, when it comes to puzzles, it's definitely considered to be one of those franchises which has really complex puzzles, especially with how long it can take to finish. And I like it that way because it gives you the freedom that in Breath of the Wild you can do whatever you want in it because it's an open world and you have all these really cool complexity puzzles that you complete and you get all these awesome awards and you unlock certain parts of the area. I think that's what I like so much about the other Zelda games because they had like this open world option where you can do whatever you want and complete whatever you want
Did you also play Tears of the Kingdom?
not yet, although I would like to play it at some point. So
Hmm.
I have that in mind.
Abdul says, right now I'm playing Persona 3 Fast on PS3.
Oh,
Oh, so you're
nice.
playing the PS2 game. Do you know about, just so you know, the Persona 3 have so many different versions of it. There's first Persona 3 version that was on PS2, which you
Yeah.
cannot control other characters. You can only control only yours, which can be quite annoying. And there's actually the fast version that actually give you an extra story. And also there was a PSP version that they actually just like trim it down, and just live. It's become like a light novels version thingy. And
Hmm.
then they make the remaster version on PS4, PS5, and all that stuff, which is definitely the superior version. If we were talking about Kingdom Hearts, then Com is obviously the best. What is Com? Com? What is COM? What is that?
It's Chain of Memories. He's just
Oh, Chain of Memories.
he's just being a troll.
And then he's
Oh,
like,
okay. Chain of Memories. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good. Yeah, that's the best. So, yes, that's definitely yes. You can give other characters in Persona 3 fast tactical orders. Look it up. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Um. So let me tell you this. I actually played Tears of the King. I actually played Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild on stream. Um. I'm not getting into the story per se of the Tears of the Kingdom because I think you should definitely try it out. But I will tell you this: in my opinion, Breath of the Wild is definitely much more better. Um, the thing
Hmm.
is that when it's come to the gameplay, they definitely have more stuff you can do in Tears of the Kingdom. But in Breath of the Wild, it's feel like more like you trying to survive. You have you have the beasts that you have to go to them, and you need to like get the powers from those specific beasts. And the way that you can actually go and just do all this is just absolutely amazing. Yes, you can actually go to the ending like the first one in the second game, but I don't know. It felt like more survival. The survival meant much more and felt more alive compared to the second game. I don't know why. It just felt like that. You do have like survival stuff and all this, but you feel it much more strongly in the first game. I really want you to try the second game. I think you will like it. Um, yeah,
Hmm.
Persona 3 PSP, PS4 was on sale again, soon limited around the website. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So what's your opinion about the story of Breath of the Wild? The story,
Story wise, I think
story wise, yes.
story wise was I think it was not that crazy complex. I think it was actually straightforward. Or when
Yeah.
I played it, I think it only gets complex the more you dive into the open world. So the fact is that
Mhm.
the story is not really that crazy mind blowing because for the most part, it just branches out from the past and it brings more past lore to it itself. And so, like when you complete certain puzzles and quests and you gain their abilities and trust, and also you unlock like the giant machines to basically attack Ganon and do a lot of damage to Ganon. So what I liked it goes back in the past and brings that lore forward to Breath of the Wild. Then again, I'm
Not
not
a lot, and then
sure
doing it a good way, actually.
in a
Yeah.
good way, which I think for newcomers like myself that have zero knowledge on Zelda, I think that's what makes it nice, because if I haven't played the old games, if the lore actually is brought back from the past or things have changed, it would make things a little bit easier for newcomers to understand it. At the same
So, from what I
time,
understand, I actually think that the story in the previous Zelda have nothing to do with this one, because from what I understand, all the
yeah,
Zelda series are actually different dimensions. So
they're
I don't
different.
think that,
Yeah.
yeah, the different dimensions. So I don't think they have any connection to each other. Maybe they have some kind of like hints to that areas, but from what I
Mm-hmm.
understand, they have no connection story wise.
Yeah, which I like about that, because, for example, like I said, like if you're not someone who haven't played the old Zelda games, you may not understand if they base it off from the past previous games. You may not actually get the idea of what's going on. So the fact that they completely based it off as something separate with its own thing, it made things more easier for people to understand when they do actually play the Zelda game for the first time and getting used to it. So I like that so much about Zelda, because at least you still get to understand the story and you have the option to explore, make progress. You get to understand about their origin, what happened, and
Yeah, in a
all
very
that
quick
awesome
way.
juicy
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I really like how they did it with the story. And actually, Abdul says in Final Fantasy One, if you go to an elf village, you can actually find Link grave. Oh wow, that is actually quite interesting. Okay, well, it makes sense that you will actually see that in Final Fantasy One, because back then Final Fantasy was basically on the NES, so it makes sense that they can actually give some like hints and stuff like that about connection to other games. They actually did it in like a Super Mario RPG. They actually took like a Final Fantasy boss and put it there, so it makes sense that they will actually do it. Um, in my opinion, the story was, like you said, it was quite straightforward. You have the bad guys, you have the good guys. You have the good guys trying to find a way to prevent the bad guys to control the world and all that stuff. Um, Pretty
Mm,
much, I think that what you are like, the more you exploring the world, the more you actually know about the story, about what's going on. About it's more a game that wants you to explore. It's give you like the straightforward story, but
yeah,
you can actually go and get more stuff if you actually go and
if you
explore
want.
and try if you want. Yeah, that's what I really like about it. It's not like force feeding you a story and tell you, oh yeah, this kind of stuff and blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. No, it's just straightforward, it's
Yeah.
telling the story, and that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what do you think about the gameplay?
Gameplay. I thought gameplay was very intriguing. I thought it's actually quite challenging at times, which I really like about that about Zelda. Because the awesome thing I liked is the physics. The physics are really nice in the game, especially with there's a lot of puzzles which requires like motion control, which I thought it
Yeah.
was pretty annoying and fun at the
Oh
same
yeah.
time. But what I liked about it as
Sometimes you can cheese
well,
it. Sometimes you can cheese it,
y-
which was
you
like kind
could,
of funny.
yeah, and you also have the option to use your environment. So like the game itself allows you to strategize by utilizing the environment to your advantage based on the weather conditions where you are, and like that gives you an extra layer of creativity when it comes to a challenge aspect of it, because you can like the awesome thing is you can defeat your enemies in so many different ways. Like you can just throw bombs at them, you can just shoot arrows, you can defeat them with your weapons or throw stuff at them. It's really nice. It allows you to be creative in your styling of how you defeat your enemies, what items you craft and utilize within certain areas. Like, I don't know, like you craft, a temporary, like, heart. I believe there was like a temporary damage buff potions, I believe. I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah. Yes, you're right. You're right. There are potions that actually give you extra health, but they're not
Yeah.
count as extra really health. What like part of your HP? Yes, there
Ah,
are.
okay. They're like temporary buff, apparently. And And
It's like when it's gone, when somebody takes that, when you get the damage, you're not gonna get it back because it's not part of your real HP.
It's just exactly. It just gives you extra hearts, and once you lose them, you won't gain them back. It's just a little bit of extra hearts to give you a slightly bit more chance of surviving. But it's nice though. I like how strategic it is, and the fact that it's a huge open world where you can find stuff and get to shrines and make puzzles and unlock stuff. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's what I like so much about Zelda.
I agree. By the way, did you get the sword and the shield?
Yes, I did get the Master Sword and the shield. Yes, I did.
It means that you had to grind a bit.
Oh, yeah,
you have to grind for the sword. You have to grind, which is kind of annoying. You kind of like have to grind with HP. You have to get a lot of HP so you can actually get the sword out. Which I kind of get annoyed about it, but I agree. If you like, it's a really strong sword, so it makes sense that you have to work for it. Which why I kind of okay with it. The Master Shield is actually much more easier to get because you kind of like just need to jump from place to place and all that stuff. And you can actually get it just through going to Ganon Castle, and that's pretty much it. You can get the shield, and you get the best shield in the game.
Yeah, and you get the shield. Oh yeah, you're right. But I forgot about that actually.
Yeah, it's kind of easy to get it actually. When you know how to get it, it's quite easy actually because compared to the sword, it's quite straightforward. You go to that point, you go and jump here, jump there, and you got it. That's it. But what I think that's make the game much more harder is the fact that they in this game and also in Tears of the Kingdom, they made the kind of mechanic about items breaking down or burning and stuff like that, which is definitely make the game much more difficult. That's for sure, because like if you have a sword and you find the boss and stuff like that, you can find yourself actually breaking your entire arsenal just because he's so powerful, and you can actually be in very big disadvantage if you're not fully prepared with the right equipment. Because like if you go in like to a level place and you have like wood weapons, you can actually see that your weapons are actually on fire, and they're gonna burn. And also there's some even I think there's some clothes that can burn, and you can actually get to a point when you're actually losing them, which can be bad for you because you need to find more money for this. But in the end, I think that also like the mechanics is like is like good and bad. The good is that actually make you think more about your environment, about how you survive in that environment, and I think that gave much more depth to the Zelda game franchise. I actually played Wind Waker and I played Twilight Princess before this, so I did give it a try to different type of Zelda games. I never actually played Twilight Princess and Links in Time. I didn't play those games. I really do. I want to play them and give it a try because I heard they're really great games. But I think that the fact that you need to figure out how to survive with a limited amount of weapons and how to make sure that you're not losing them, I think that's also a good mechanic. But in the same time, it could be seriously annoying because you can absolutely destroy them so fast. Especially if you're trying to deflect. If you're trying to deflect, you're gonna lose your weapon really quick. Really quick.
You gotta have good timing, you gotta have a good strategy, for sure.
Yes. And sometimes there are I remember there was the first like a place that you have this kind of memory place that you have to go. And it's in the middle of a lot of those annoying robots that can just absolutely kill you, especially because you are like in the start of the game. The Guardians, yes, the Guardians. And the thing is with those Guardians, especially when you start the game, oh yeah, I hate those robots with a passion. I seriously hate them, especially when you first start in the game and they're like throwing you in the middle of an area that's surrounded by them. So you like have to like run like crazy because there's no way in this kind of level that you are when you start the game you have a good equipment. So you have to be like seriously creative on how to reach the center. And most of the time you're just gonna run for it. You're just gonna YOLO it, and just get out of there because you're dead if they actually find you, because there are a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and when one of them is getting you, the other's definitely gonna come for you. And that's what I really didn't like about this start. But That's actually why what my point is, that this game is like making you find a way to survive, and that's why it makes you
Hmm.
feel more alive. Compared to the second game, it definitely have this feeling, but it's feel like less. I don't know. It feel less. Maybe when you play it, you will tell me how you feel about it. I really want to know. Um, when you either give it a try, I think you will enjoy it, but I think you will definitely find that there's some. In my opinion, at least, I think you will find there's
Hmm.
something that's lacking compared to the other games. It have the
Hmm.
same stuff, and how you get the shield and then you get the sword. It's kind of the same thing,
Yep.
but it feel lacking at some point. But it is great. It is a great game. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Zelda. What kind of other games did you play?
So, the other games I played, at least a while ago, I think it was. I think it was it Final Fantasy VII? I believe I played.
Oh,
Could be, because it's been
which
a
one?
while. I think Final Fantasy VII probably I played before,
Which
and
which one? The
the
remake
remake
or
version.
Oh, okay, okay. So we have something to talk about that one. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
You didn't play Rebirth? You didn't play Rebirth?
Not yet, no. But I really want to play that though. I will definitely
And
play
Crisis
it.
Core? Crisis Core? Did you play that too?
No, I have not played that either. I'm gonna play. I need to
Okay,
play those.
okay. Yeah. Okay. So we can definitely talk about Final Fantasy remake.
Hmm.
I actually never played I only played the original Final Fantasy 7
Oh, nice.
only and until no, but the thing is I only played up to the Midgard section, which is actually the entire story that you actually do in Final Fantasy 7 remake. Which they definitely expand the story of that part tremendously, so tremendously that they actually just increase something like an area that is like something like 2 hours. They increase it like to something like 5 to 10 to even 15 hours of gameplay, which is crazy on how they did it. But you can definitely see that they definitely expand those kind of stuff. I think that the gameplay was really good. I definitely
Hmm.
enjoy how they just took a game that was turn-based and make it to action. It's still definitely how I could definitely imagine a game that getting a remake from being like a PS1 game, turning to a very high, crazy combat of Final Fantasy. Um,
Hmm.
so let's start with the story. Let's start with the story. I want to hear your opinion about the story of Final Fantasy VII remake. What's your opinion about it?
So, first of all, Final Fantasy VII remake was a masterpiece without a doubt because
Yeah, I agree.
I liked about Final Fantasy VII remake, it was the in-depth emotional like grind that there was in the game, because it had a lot of moments where it started shifting the emotion, being more sad and being more deep and more badass
That's
moments
true.
happening.
Yeah,
And I
absolutely. Yeah.
just loved the characters so much. I connected with them so much. There was a lot of funny scenes, a lot of deep emotional scenes, and the combat system was fantastic. I loved the animation very much. I thought it
Hmm.
was brilliant. And what I liked so much is also the graphics were phenomenal and the upgrading
Absolutely.
mechanics
Yeah.
was great. And I think what I liked the most is how well they managed to capture the emotional aspect of these characters, especially even
Hmm.
though Cloud,
Yeah, I
you
agree.
may think Cloud like he's this really like depressed adult male just doing nothing and feeling nothing, but deep down you'd be surprised from his really dark story that he's been
It
going
started like
through.
it. It did start like it. When you first start in the game, it does acting like it.
Yeah,
But you definitely see a character development throughout the game. That's for sure. You definitely
exactly.
like. I
Exactly.
remember. Maybe you remember this part. There's a part when they're when Cloud and Aerith going through a trash area,
Oh yeah.
and there's a part when like she's trying to make him give her a high five, and first time he doesn't do it. First time he just brush it off. Second time, second time was and after the second time he was actually trying to actually try to do the high five, which is like I really like this little teeny tiny part of it. It's like he's actually trying and trying to like to connect in a way. So
Mm-hmm.
I like this kind of hints and stuff and how he's trying to like become much more a character to try to connect with his uh, friends and stuff. Final
Mm-hmm.
Fantasy VII is popular among along with Final Fantasy IX. Yes, you're right. It is a Final Fantasy VII. Is by the way, it's Samasha. I agree. Final Fantasy VII is very popular. It's definitely one of the popular games compared to the other games in the franchise. Also 10, but this is a different thing. It's like introduction to people who never play Final Fantasy game. It is. You're correct. It is. Um, did you ever
Mm-hmm.
play Final Fantasy 10? By the way, Nathan.
I did play Final Fantasy X a long time ago, actually, and
On stream or off stream?
on stream,
Mm.
and
Oh, okay.
I loved it. It was fantastic. It was very, very emotionally complex. It was
Mhm.
very complex. The story itself about
Oh
characters,
yes,
very
yes. The story is
complex.
definitely very complex to other compared to other games in the series. I didn't play Final Fantasy VI. People tell me that Final Fantasy VI is definitely the best story.
Mm-hmm.
I need to play it because I heard it's definitely have the best story so far and also have the best feeling ever. Because everybody that's thinking about Final Fantasy is always thinking about Final Fantasy VII and always going to Sephiroth. Always Sephiroth. Well, you know about it because Kingdom Hearts because of how much it was popular. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah,
I
it
don't know.
is. It's
I
really awesome. It really is.
annoying Nathan. What you talking about, Bowser? What are you talking about? Annoying Nathan about what?
He thinks he's a
Um.
pirate. That's why. Hi, Bowser.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Nathan. Nathan.
Ahoy! That's how.
Ahoy, Nathan.
That's how I
Oh,
sound
you're
like a
right. Oh,
pirate.
yeah. Oh, you're right. You have a point. Yeah. So pretty much what I like about is the gameplay of Seven. Let's go back to that. That's a good point that you actually say that you play 10, so we can actually go to talk about that because there's a lot of talk about 10.
Yeah,
Final
quite a
Fantasy
lot.
7. Yeah, buckle up. Uh, because I like what they did and how the gameplay is just about how every character is like have its own abilities, like healer is definitely feel like a healer, and when you have a long range character, you definitely feel like it's a long range character, and it's doing it like a good combination of the turn based, but at the same time, it's not turn based. So it's like doing a really combination of how you can control the characters and how you can actually continue and controlling and have a different kind of strategy, but at the same time you have like this action and stuff like this. It's sometimes it's at least it's not like Kingdom Hearts when you have Donald that never heals you when you need it. But at least it's actually some kind of a way that you can actually feel like there are characters on their own and actually trying to do their own stuff how they are supposed to. Hey Sora, hey Bowser, and that's pretty much me about Final Fantasy Seven. You should actually play. By the way, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. Crisis Core is actually a story that kind of happens before Final Fantasy VII, so you actually should play it because if you will play Rebirth, it will a lot of other stuff will make sense.
Yep, that is very true. I mean,
Oh,
everything about the whole like Final Fantasy thing is complex in its own awesome
yeah.
way, and yeah, I love Final Fantasy. It's a really phenomenal franchise.
Yeah, I think what the freak? Okay, we have some dropping flame. I don't know what. I think it has something to do with Twitch. There are some dropping frames again. I don't know why it's happening. That's some weird weird stuff that's going on around here. Either way, it looks like it's good now. So yeah, Final Fantasy VII definitely is a really good series. I played all three of those games, like Crisis Core, Remake, and Rebirth. To tell you the truth, actually, Remake is actually much more better than Rebirth because Rebirth feel like they definitely give you a very open world compared to the first game. But the thing is that it feel like overwhelming because it's
Mm-hmm.
feel like they're giving you a lot of doing this and this and this and this, and it's becoming in a way that it's kind of come overwhelming. They're definitely giving you a world to explore. They're definitely giving you a lot of to do to stuff. But at the same time, it definitely doesn't feel like I want to do them. Like it didn't give you like the synthesis of like I want
Mm.
to explore this. Oh, I want to try this. I want to go there. They don't give you like those kind of stuff that you want to do in other games in Final Fantasy games, which is kind
Mm.
of like a downgrade compared to the first game. Although the Rebirth is very
Mm.
good. Don't get me wrong, Rebirth is good,
Yeah.
but it's definitely like the amount of stuff that they're throwing at you. It's too much sometimes. That's
It
crazy.
it
Yeah,
is.
definitely crazy.
Yeah, it is too much sometimes. Yeah, it is too much
Yeah,
sometimes.
I absolutely. By the way, so let's jump to Final Fantasy X because I think we have more to talk about Final Fantasy X compared to the other games. Um, so,
Oh,
is it how much has it been since you actually played this game?
oh, many years for sure.
Mm.
Probably,
Okay.
probably 2 years ago, I think,
Hmm.
more or less. Because I
Oh
remember
wow.
when I played it, I was still very, very new to VTubing back in the days, and I had like one of those pre-made models in 3D, and that was some nostalgia adventure. I remember back in the days, I also had a really interesting learning curve about being an entertainer and a talkative person and describing what I'm going through the experience and like communicating in general. I was still evolving. I was still getting used to the whole entertainment and gameplay aspect of live streaming back in the days. Now I started communicating more fluently and much more confident, and I improved a lot since then. Back in the days, I remember I just struggled like crazy, but it was still a nice
Which
journey, though.
yeah, it's definitely when you're starting up as a streamer is definitely something because when you are like starting, you're trying to be like most the best behavior you want, and you're trying
Mm,
to like to be like through to be like as better as best as you can do stuff. But most of the time, you learn that you have to like let go and just flow with it and just do whatever you can, and that's pretty much it because like the more you're focusing too much and trying to focus, oh, I'm online, I need to not say this, I need to no, you need to just say whatever you want and that will be it and that will be great. um
mm-hmm.
Back to the topic. Final Fantasy X definitely have a very crazy very awesome story compared to the other games. Funny enough,
Oh,
actually that was one of my first games that I actually played when I started streaming. One of my first, or a couple more before it. But Final Fantasy X definitely have a really good story. What do you think about the story of Final Fantasy X, by the way?
oh, the story, the story,
Story.
the story. Most of it was pretty emotional, actually,
Yeah,
especially
to say
with
the least.
what they've been going through, and pretty much the the whole journey was wild because from all the places they've been and what they've been doing, and I don't know. I remember Final Fantasy X was very complex, and I think for the most part, what I liked about it is the the mindfuck moments in like battle
Oh
fights.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I agree. Yeah, it's definitely one of the things that makes the game really shine. Is definitely the journey. The journey is definitely have this emphasize of the journey
Mm-hmm.
that they're trying to do in order to battle sin
Yeah.
and getting all the summons and stuff like that. And the thing is that this is like what I was talking about when it's come. Like, this is like the opposite of what's happened in Rebirth. In this game,
Mm-hmm.
you actually want to explore more. You want to actually see more. You actually want to get more. You want to get you want to get the summon anima. You want to get all the awesome weapons. You want to get all the
Yeah.
stuff because you want to know about the world more. And because the world is actually quite linear in a way. In a way, it's like very quote unquote linear because you can actually go in every area you want. But it's definitely have this like, kind of like linearity, quote unquote, that you can explore. But it definitely give you like the freedom of like just go at some point that you can just go and do whatever you want and just explore the entire universe of this world. And it actually rewards you. It actually rewards you if you actually go and explore and actually feel like you getting reward. And this is what I really
Mm.
like about this game. This is what I really like about this game. and it's
Fair.
also expanding about the story and giving you about the story about the stuff that's going on in the world, and actually giving you some stuff that you can actually want to get. Like there's these books about the alphabet that
Yeah.
you actually get. That if you get all those books, you can actually understand the entire language. You could you understand
You
automatically the
can
entire thing that they said.
you can decipher. Yeah, I remember that. So I was thinking, do we ask the community, because I feel like we've been having a lot of fun chatting, and I think the people want to say something. Should we give them a chance to speak up?
Yeah, of course. If they have something to tell, yeah, go for it. If you have something to talk, if you have some questions, if you have some stuff you want to talk about, anything like that, yeah, go for it. I will definitely be happy to answer everybody. Because there are a lot of stuff to talk about, and we're more than happy to talk about it. So, yeah, there is some a question on your side that they want to talk about.
Pat, I have a chancla. You should start talking now. This is not a threat. This is just a threat.
This is not a threat. This
But
is
it's
a threat. It's a threat with the chocolate
in a
chocolate
lovable
topping.
way. No, don't
Yeah,
worry.
with the chocolate
It's made of
topping.
chocolate. It's not an actual chocolate. It's okay.
It doesn't have a gun in it.
We're
It
just
doesn't have a
scaring
gun in
people.
it. It doesn't have a gun in it. Yeah, it doesn't
Yep.
have any gun in it. Yes.
The only thing it will hurt is your taste buds, because it actually tastes nice. So don't be alarmed by it. They like chocolate. They know, they tease me about food all the time. I just wanna scare them into a little twist. Be like, oh, a chocolate shaped chancla. That's completely not normal.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, of course. Oh, I got something. Hey, Sora, you were very interested in those PS1 games. Yes, I do. Absolutely. Yes, I still do. When were you watching? Were you watching the trailers on reacting to last night, last week? Can talk about it. It's kind of a problem to talk about it because I kind of need to show Nathan the stuff. Because it will be very weird for me to talk about. I can just say in general. I will just say in general because it's kind of I need to remember this too because I'm not that smart. Again, not that. The thing is not. I'm not that smart. And the thing is that those games looks like really interesting and very actiony. I like the. Let me give you a bit of synopsis to what happened. I have this thing that I have a community watch stuff that I watch some stuff that the community put me on my Discord server, and I watched. So Abdul is one of the most amazing person when it's come to putting a lot of awesome videos. So of those something. So some of those videos are sometimes are trailers for old games, and they're amazing. There are some stuff that you ask yourself, how the freak those games didn't get any kind of remasters and stuff like that, which is crazy.
I feel that.
Here you go. C12 Final Resistance trailer is it was like Resistance PS3. Yes, it looks like it. Oh, thank you. Welcome. It's true. And it's amazing because sometimes there are games that you never seen on PS1. Both of them maybe they were not released on other regions or because they were not successful in other places. Which is kind of a shame if you ask me. And it's amazing how many great games you can probably see that been released that you never try and never had the chance to, which is kind of a shame. And that's pretty much what I had, and pretty much definitely doesn't cause chaos on Sora's stream with Tidus laugh. Oh yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely. I've been hearing that laugh for in my entire life.
Totally not laugh.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely, man. I've been hearing this laugh the entire time I actually play this game. I've been hearing this laugh so many times because of the redeem. Yeah. Oh my god, this laugh.
We make it sound so sarcastic though when we say it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this laugh is so annoying.
I love it. I love his annoying laugh.
Yeah, I like it, but the thing is that what is actually make this kind of point really interesting is the fact that it was in purpose. I think that they kind of did it on purpose because how much they it was intense in that point, and they're trying to light the mood and at the same time make it much more just get it out of there and much the most awkward way ever, which actually make the character actually say, What the freak? Are you okay with the head or something? And that's what they say. Parasite Eve 2 is a super cool game. I actually want to try Parasite Eve. It's actually from Square Enix. They never actually give it a try. Company made Final Fantasy games in an awesome horror game. Yes, I want to give it this game a try. It's an action horror game, which is very awesome. Oh yes, ha ha ha! Indeed, ha ha ha! To you too, Bowser. And hello, Team Rocket. How are you doing? Happy Tuesday to you too. Hope you're doing well. We are doing a podcast right now. We're just talking about games and
Hello.
stuff. Hello. You're more than welcome to give some kind of questions or anything about any kind of game that you like, and we will be more than happy to talk about it. Let me give you just a shout out because you absolutely deserve it, my dude. Let me just do this.
Thank
Here you
you
go.
for being here.
Thank you very much for coming. Oh, you play Animal Crossing. Oh, awesome. I actually never play Animal Crossing. Poor Sora. Poor my brain.
It's really comfy.
Oh, here we go. Here you go. I got the redemption of Tito Slav in the background right now. Just to make me much more happy. Thank you.
Hey.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Do you have something you want to talk about as well, Nathan? About any kind of stuff when it comes to Final Fantasy, whatever you like, or or maybe there's a question on your side that you want to answer.
Meh. I don't know. My brain is like, I'm trying to figure out something interesting. What about anime?
Oh, anime. You want to talk about anime? Okay, no problem. There's a lot of animes actually. Actually, did you do? Okay, let's start with the basic. Okay, let's start with the basic. Dan. You're probably watching it, right?
Did I watch it? I watched it like 5 times. I know that bit
Oh.
inside out. And I'm loving it. I
Oh,
love the
okay.
fact I'm catching every Thursday. I'm catching the new episodes they release for season 2. Fucking awesome.
Oh, dude, how was this last episode, dude? What do you think about the last episode?
The
was
last
crazy.
episode was wild, but I think the most wild one was the fight they had with the what's that? With the Galantium worm. I believe the giant worm.
That gross
Fucking
word,
giant
yeah.
worm. That was very unexpected as hell to even think
Yeah.
about it. The Goliath worm. That's what it called.
I think that was his name. I really like the twists that they actually give us a lot in this anime.
yeah.
They have a lot of twists. This twist, a lot of twists. And
Yeah.
I really like also after this story after this arc, they had another twist, and I really like it. Which actually makes sense when you think about those people in that island. It actually kind of makes sense because they were weird. Let's face it.
Yeah. It's
and
freaking awesome.
Yeah, but I really like actually the rock performance that they had in the last episode.
Yeah.
It was so awesome.
That one was
man.
fire. That was very fire.
Yeah,
when I
like
that.
it. Yeah, to tell the truth, I actually just when I first heard it on the anime, I just like, okay, I'm pausing, I'm rewinding, make sure that I have everything on me when it's come to food and stuff like this, and then just rewind, activate, and just eat away and enjoy the moments because it was so wild and awesome. I absolutely enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
nice. And what I liked so much is the dark lore behind how Evil Eye became Evil Eye. And, it was interesting how the villains were always like the victim of a very dark murder that happened, and pretty much the hatred and the anger that experienced even when that child was a human and then became a ghost after the child got killed in the anime. So it is very dark, and basically it just based off that the power of the evil eye came from all the anger and hatred that it endured many years ago, and it infused with another child. It was so dark. Like it was the kind of dark that makes you, if you like dark action, it makes you want to know more about what happened and where the anger and power came from. Yeah. It's crazy.
Talking about Talking about anime fight, have you seen the latest episode of Sakamoto Days? In October, One Punch Man season 3 is coming out. Plus, Campfire Cooking season
Oh,
2. Mm.
oh,
Do you saw?
damn.
Are you seeing Sakamoto Days?
No, but I watched One Punch Man, and dude, I'm very excited for I think it's gonna be the last season they're gonna have. It's gonna be so nice. Holy shit, the
But it's
last
not the
season
end,
is
dude.
gonna be
It's not
fire.
the end of the story. It's not the end of the story.
Is it now? I don't know, cause
No, no, no. The manga is still continuing, dude. The manga is
oh,
absolutely continuing.
oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this without spoiling. That actually is supposed to be the most awesomest part in the story because actually the second season of One Punch Man was actually less with it's come to how much stuff happens. They actually been
Hmm.
following the story, and the fact that the thing is that the problem with the half, the second season, is that they actually following it very good, and the problem is because that part didn't have a lot of interesting stuff, and that's why it
Hmm.
was not that good compared to the first season. This third season, if they actually going to do what I think they're actually going to do, they can actually be crazy. It's gonna actually be super crazy, a lot of action,
Hmm.
a lot of stuff. And from what I understand, from what I read online, they probably going to have a lot of different changes compared to the source material. So we can actually expect to maybe cutting off some stuff that are not needed, which, to be true, it's better that way. Trust me, it's definitely better that way. There are some sections that are can be boring. Um, right now there's
Hmm.
still the manga is still continuing. The manga is still continuing, so there's a lot of story. One Punch Man season 2 was about absolutely everyone else but One Punch Man. Yes, because that's the
Hmm.
story. That was the story in the manga. That was actually like this. That part was actually that arc. This is part specific art was about to get the entire story of other characters in a way that how they actually have connection to the story and the world and actually connecting to Saitama. In
Yeah.
that part, the next part that we're actually going to have, you will actually going to have more of Saitama and how much how much people are going to be like, how it's connected to how this more like the main villain and the main stuff they're going to have, because there is a main villain. There is a main villain that's actually going to be shown in that season 3. Hopefully they will get to that because there is actually a main villain, which actually have connection to all the stuff that's happening in this series. When it's come to like the monsters and all that stuff, it's because of this specific thing. And what I'm really looking forward to
Hmm.
see how they're gonna do this, because this entity is quite scary, and I wonder how they're
Hmm.
gonna go with it. Especially if they're saying that they're going to go and cut some stuff. And yeah,
Ah.
there will expect a lot of action. Expect a lot of action, because it's definitely is part of this arc. The next arc is definitely supposed to be have a lot of action, and yeah, pretty much a lot of really crazy characters, a lot of crazy designs is definitely going to be shown if they're going to do what I think they're going to do. Um,
Hmm.
and we actually, if they actually depend on how they're going to like finish the story, they can actually going to show how much Saitama strong, how much it can actually be strong, because there's something that not a lot of people understand. Saitama is actually and just a worm pool, an infinite worm pool of power. This dude
Hmm.
is even stronger than you can even imagine. And the thing is that in that part, I will not elaborate because it's so cool. You see how strong this dude can become if he wants to, and he can actually break those limits even more and get even more stronger.
Hmm.
Remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They do actually get stronger by time. I do remember.
Remember there was a One Punch Man game. There is a One Punch Man guy.
Oh yeah, they're a fighting game, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. But what I really didn't like about the essence of this game is the fact that you are like fighting with different type of characters, and the point is that you have to wait. You have this kind of thing, the mechanic that you have to wait until Saitama comes, and if he comes, you can absolutely destroy your opponent in one punch. But I don't know. It's kind of ruining the entire basic of the entire series. I don't know how good it actually can be as a fighting game because, like, Saitama is like ultimate power, and you like this is the super. Like, this is your the thing that you have to like do. I don't know. I think that's kind of ruined the gameplay, if you ask me,
Hmm.
because in fighting games it's all about equality. You have to be like equal when it's come to like fighting, and if you have like something that's just absolutely destroying your opponent, it's kind of ruining the balance of the game. Yes, there are some super moves that you can actually use like in Guilty Gears and Tekken and stuff like that that can actually create a lot of damage, but those stuff have some limits and have some requirement to have to unleash, and that's how fighting
Hmm.
games go.
Yeah, that is true. Even though I'm not really crazy huge nerd when it comes to fighting games. In fact, I really know almost nothing about fighting games because I don't
That's
play them.
okay.
But I like seeing other people play fighting games. They're quite fascinating. Although
Oh
they're
yeah.
not my that kind of cup of tea, but I still like to watch people play them. I think they're pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, because I think what's fun about watching people playing fighting games is the fact that fighting games sometimes have this kind of feeling about how people are trying to like find the different weakness in each other, like trying to find where they can attack, when to defense, and that is when you have this kind of game loop with each player, and that's how the fun is just endless. This is why those kind of games are managing to survive a lot of years because of how much they know how to repetition the gameplay and make it fun every installation. Tekken, Street Fighter, Soul Calibur less, but I still think it's a good game. And there's a lot. There are actually them like fighting games that are actually coming back from the dead, like SNK and stuff like that. So I think that there are a lot of place for a lot of fighting games. Who knows? Maybe you'll try some other fighting game and you will enjoy them today because fighting games are actually much more easier to enjoy compared to others back then. Back then, you actually have to have some remembering move much more harder than compared to today.
Mm-hmm. Nah, they're definitely much harder. Yeah, that is actually that's true. I mean, from my side, fighting games, I just don't have the patience for fighting games to be completely sincere. Even though I used to play fighting games back in the days, I remember
Oh,
I played Mortal Kombat 11,
oh,
and that shit was really tough. Although I did
mhm.
like the complexity of it, it was way crazy complex. Even though there's way more harder games than Mortal Kombat, then to give you a
Of
perfect
course.
example, like Tekken, I think Tekken would be considered one of the most hardest fighting games in existence because you have to be very,
Mm,
very, very precise with combos
um,
and timing.
I think you have a point there, but at the same time, I think that Mortal Kombat is actually much more harder when it's come to bosses. If you ever fight against
Hmm.
a boss in Mortal Kombat compared to the bosses in Tekken, Mortal Kombat bosses have much more difficulty when it's come to how to fight them because they're most of the time they're sometimes they're bullet sponge. They're actually taking less damage, and it's really hard to deal with it. By the way, Team Rocket, really like the emote. By the way,
Hmm.
very cute. Um,
Yeah, they
so
are hard for sure.
like I will give you an example like Shao Kahn and Mortal Kombat. Is a really annoying freaking boss. I always hate that guy, both in the original Mortal Kombat and even the remake that they did, because this dude is just a taunting a, a you know what. And this person just like he is attacking you, you attacking him, but you're dealing him very low damage. And sometimes when he's attacking you, he's taunting you, just taunting you. It's so annoying, and so annoying. And it's both his weakness because you can hit him when he's doing that, but in the same time, it's so annoying because he's repeating it a ton and again and again and again and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. It is, yeah, that indeed. But
Um,
hmm, I
hmm?
honestly trying to figure out what to say because my brain is
Oh,
very
take your
slow
time.
today.
Okay, it's okay.
Um,
Take your time. Take your time.
uh, yeah. Besides the fighting game thing, so like anime wise, I literally been really hooked up on that on Dan the Dan. I think Dan the Dan so far has been the best. And
I agree. I
Kaiju,
agree.
I
Then
really would like to
exactly.
see. Kaiju looked
Yeah,
very freaking
I
nice.
actually. Funny enough, they actually finished the manga not a while ago.
Oh, nice. That's perfect.
Yeah, there's an end to it. Yes, there's actually an end. Um, are they gonna get reach it in the manga, in the anime? I don't know. It depends on them. Depends on how much they're going to cut. Depends on how much they want to go. It depends because most of the manga is fights, and as you know, in manga and anime, you can actually cut stuff compared when it's come to fights. So I don't know. But I do recommend you to watch it. It's good. It's good. The action is good. The characters are really quite easy to enjoy. I like how the progress they do from start to finish and how like they evolved from like you know what, I will not talk about the story because I want you to experience yourself, but it's like a feeling of like a journey, like it's not a journey but how they progress. You see a progress that I really like, and it definitely shows. And you should try Yakuza 0. It got super crazy fun finishing move, and it's like a Shenmue, but much more fun. I post Dandanan memes on your Discord, Sora. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me get you. Like to explain you two stuff. I don't know if you play Yakuza game. Did you ever play one of the Yakuza games?
No, never played
You
them.
should. Okay, let's start with the fact that you need to play. You need to play Yakuza game. You will enjoy it. Trust me. You will enjoy it. Trust me. Um, I actually want to play Yakuza. I want to start from playing Yakuza 0 and up to the latest one. Although I don't know if I want to play the more RPG ones because the latest ones are actually RPG. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to come back to playing RPG because of how much you have to grind some stuff and all this. So I don't know if will go and continue and play those. But anyway, I have no problem to play like the other games because Yakuza games are mostly brawlers. You just punch stuff, you punching, and you have a lot of out of really out of context, really weird side quests, which are one of the most weirdest thing ever, which is so fun. By the way, they're really fun side quests that are definitely give you a reason to play them just because of how weird they are. Not because you're getting some good stuff. Most of the time, it's just because of how funny the stories are, which is definitely worth it. Because sometimes you're getting some weird, and I mean weird move that you can actually use in the game. And Shenmue, yeah. Did you heard anything about Yakuza game yourself?
So, the Yakuza game, I know zero knowledge about them, to be fair with you. I'm very new to them. For now. Until I get to play them.
Okay, I see. So, people in chat, you have your job. Please do your best, okay? Do your job. You have your job, please do it, okay? This guy need to go through Yakuza. Because let me tell you this: it's not like not only the game. The game is actually give you a lot of crazy and awesome moment of fighting. Which let me remind you, this is only fists. You're fighting with your fist. It sounds basic, but trust me, it's more than this. And the story is one of the most enjoyable, heart-wrenching, out of nowhere story that can definitely get you off guard at any moment. Which trust me, you will like. You will like. Trust me, you will like. You will enjoy it, hands down. Because like every installation is like more a couple of years later, a couple of years that, and you see sometimes how the characters evolve, and you getting evolve as they go. I will not get to it because this entire thing is all about experiencing the story and experiencing the fun. He's also talk about Shenmue. Here, Abdul, I will explain that also. Shenmue is actually kind of like the incarnation of Yakuza. You kind of like doing brawlers, but you do more like exploring. You're going to place, but what the problem is with this game compared to Yakuza, it's feel like a chore sometimes. You have to go work, you have to go get some, you have to talk with this kind of stuff, you have to find a specific person to continue the story, and that can actually be cool. Yeah, and it's kind of, especially in the first game, it can be quite annoying. Really quite annoying. Seriously, quite annoying because you have to find, need to find specific character in this specific time. And we're talking about games that were very old, so that in specific time, they were not like you can skip to the specific time. You actually have to wait in game time to actually get to that, to actually wait for this stuff to happen, and that can be seriously annoying.
Hmm.
And
Nah,
and only
can see that. Can see that being
yeah,
annoying.
yeah, absolutely. And this is because it definitely aged really badly. The story is actually kind of nice, but the gameplay is definitely aged really poorly.
Hmm.
So and also I actually played a bit of the third game. There are three games. Well, two of them was released on Dreamcast, and third game was was released by the original developers. But the problem is that they too much lean on how the first and the second was, which were bad. Were not that good to compared to today. Back then, they were a marvel of technology because those kind of stuff were not back then. Well, like you can do like compared to today, like mini games inside of a game and all that kind of stuff. They were not like thing like this in other games back then. But the thing is that they took an old stuff and they put it to today, which is not that good. To tell the truth.
Hmm. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. That is subjective, but more
Yeah,
subjective.
I'm sure. I'm sure. So, okay, let's just go back to our main subject. Unless there are some questions from our chat. In the meantime, what was your first game that you play on stream?
No, my first game definitely was Dead by Daylight. That was my first game.
Okay, interesting. A multiplayer game, interesting. So, why do you pick that game?
Because I remember back in the days, I started off with a very low end gaming laptop, and I didn't had
Mm.
a very powerful device to play a lot of games. And since I was very limited, I was very, very, very addicted to Dead by Daylight, considering how
Mm.
complex and fun the mechanics. Like complex as in like how to strategize against killers and working as a team, and I thought it was pretty entertaining the way how it's played, especially with the perks and the way you loop killers and using your perks to your advantage, etc. It was simple enough, but it was challenging enough that you would still have fun and have those off matches. So I really liked it so much back in the days, how it used to be, and how it started growing very quickly. And I met a lot of people from that community that I really loved. So I just decided to stream Dead by Daylight for myself, and I started meeting people from Dead by Daylight, and from there I ended up, after reaching a certain amount of followers back in the days, I started expanding, and all of a sudden I play Kingdom Hearts as my first game, and then it started the whole RPG variety concept. So from Dead by Daylight to Kingdom Hearts, and then Kingdom Hearts helped me to branch out to variety. So since because of that, it helped me to expand that I am as a streamer for many, many years since then. So it's all because of those two games. Like Dead by Daylight got me into horror games, and then for some whatever reason I played Kingdom Hearts and I tried it out, and then from there it got me into
That's a
RPG
real
games.
change. That's a really
That's a
interesting
big
change.
change. Yeah, it's a really
Yeah,
crazy change. Don't ask me how
yeah.
all of a
Moving on
sudden I
from horror
switched.
game.
Yeah, don't ask me how I switched from horror game to RPG. I just I think it's because I saw like Disney in it, and I was like, oh wow, I gotta try this game.
I see. I see. Well, yeah, I can definitely get that because the lure of the thing that's what's pulling a lot of people to try Kingdom Hearts for the first time is definitely the characters from Disney because a lot of people, well, mostly if you're not like in Japan, you're not mostly were like growing up mostly with RPGs and stuff like that. Who will more maybe I don't know how it's going in Japan, but and all this stuff. But most people around the world are all like growing up with like 101 Dalmatians, Dimensions, and you have also what was that? Hercules. Tarzan, Little Mermaid, and all that stuff. Everybody know about those movies. It was almost everywhere those movies. So
Yeah.
it makes sense that because I'm seeing people that never played Kingdom Hearts, people that
Mm-hmm.
mostly playing different type of games, just trying it out because of how the appeal of all the stuff that was from Disney, and it's kind of funny to always see new people getting hooked on this series because when people tried it out, they found how much good this game series is. Yes, the story is complex, but a lot of people that I saw started playing the first game, they went already to the second game, third game, and all that kind of stuff. So
Hmm.
it's kind of funny how people are actually getting addicted to the series very fast when you first time trying it.
Yeah.
Um,
That's nice. That's very nice.
yeah. I remember Hunter x Hunter having a game. Yes, Hunter x Hunter actually having a game. I don't know if it was released already. To tell you the truth, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I don't see any kind of good thing coming up from this game. But if it will be good, I will give it a try. Not on stream, but maybe who knows? Because I actually enjoy Hunter x Hunter anime, and actually I heard that they are planning to make a second season. Very looking forward to that. Um, yeah, and that is on that direction. Are there any question on your side, Nathan?
Question. Uh, what is the most funniest, stupidest thing you guys ever did in your life that you still
Yeah,
think to this very day?
yeah. For me, it's eating grass. For me, it's eating grass. For me, it's eating grass.
You actually ate
Uh,
grass.
yes, I actually ate grass. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It was when I was like 3 or 2.
Ah,
I was
okay.
yeah. You thought I actually ate grass when I was like more mature? No, no, no. That was when me when it's when me like the child idiot me. I watched Popeye back then. It was Popeye on TV.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
and you can actually, if you know about Popeye, you can actually do
So
the
you
one
you thought
SpongeBob
eating
one.
grass is gonna make you building all that muscle because you used to watch Popeye and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the reason I actually did that. When you're looking back at it, it was stupid. It was seriously stupid. It was ultra stupid. Um,
Oh
will I
yeah.
ever do it again? No. Will I ever do it again? No, because I'm not that stupid. I'm not that stupid.
Hmm.
Um,
That is interesting.
and yeah,
You eating
thank you.
grass.
Yeah, me eating grass. Not touching grass, eating grass.
I
Boy.
don't know what I did as the most stupidest thing. I think most likely I think it was when I was young. I just went to the bathroom on my own, and I think what happened is that somebody was just being rude and mean in there, and I just literally just didn't give two fucks. I probably just ran out naked and shit, and just didn't care. And they're like calling the
Oh,
teacher and all that shit. I was young. I was so young, and like I was just I remember like crying and all that shit because there were like little meanies there, like the kind of like the kind of jokers that try
yeah, I
to
know.
they can't let you
Yeah.
like do your own thing in peace. And literally, I just gave no crap, and I just ran out of the toilet naked. Because why not?
I think this is something that every kid like goes this kind
Very
of thing that
embarrassing,
they yeah,
for
it's interesting
sure.
when you think about it. Yeah, that's very interesting when you think about it back then. But I think when you are a kid like back then, I think there's a thing that I don't know because I remember almost every kid I know back then. Uh, Everybody was like just hating clothes at some point. We just don't want to wear clothes, and we just going absolutely just naked with some unknown reason. Why? We don't have any reason. We're just going naked because we're kids. I don't know. It's something weird with being a kid and stuff like that. I never understand that kind of stuff. It's weird when you it's absolutely weird and stupid when you think about it. But it's something that's weird because you when you're a kid, you just say whatever is on your mind. Too much what's on your mind. Let's be frank, and you just do stupid stuff. Like there was a time when I
Yeah, true. We do a lot of stupid stuff when we were young.
yeah, I actually remember when I was a kid, I was like fascinated by the fire of the stove, the gas stove.
Hmm.
So it was like my parents like making something on the stove and stuff like that. So I watched the fire, and it was like it's like cool. It's blue and stuff like that. Oh, it's so cool. And I was like, oh, I want to touch it. Ah, yeah, those kind of stuff because and
Curiosity.
yeah, curiosity, just pure curiosity, and just being just absolutely doing some stupid stuff and then regretting it. I think that's pretty much because pretty when you're doing those kind of stuff, you kind of like learn to not do it. I mean, like you're doing idiot stuff, and then you remember, oh yeah, I should not be an idiot. I should not do
Yeah,
that.
you
I
do
should
it
not do
once, you
that. Yeah,
probably end up crying, and then you just remember not to do it again because you probably
yeah,
end up
pretty
getting
much. Yeah,
traumatized by it. Just,
yeah, pretty
just,
much. Yeah.
just freaking unfortunate, but it happens to a lot of kids. They end up doing something they regret, and they end up paying the consequences after. And then because of how much it scared them, or some stuff like that, they just won't do it again because of that bad memory.
Oh
But
yeah, that's true.
but I think at the
Absolutely. Yeah.
same time, as long as it's not super dangerous, of course,
Yeah, of course.
they learn from it, because they keep that
Mhm.
as a memory back in their brain and be like, this is what happened last time. And kids are smart. Like, believe it or not, kids are smart. Even they do some dumb stuff sometimes. I mean, we're young, like when you're young,
Yeah,
it's to
you're
be
young.
expected. But
Yeah, absolutely.
but
Yeah.
kids are smart though. Kids are still very smart deep down. Like, they may look like they are not smart, but they are freaking smart, man. Especially,
Sometimes they can. Sometimes they can. Listen, for a
yeah.
person that actually teach kids, I actually teach kids how
Uh
to
huh.
program stuff with Unity and stuff like that.
Oh,
Kids can be
nice.
smart. What they want. Trust me, they
They
can
are
actually.
freaking smart.
Yeah, what they want, they actually want. They can actually be seriously smart.
They are smarter than me.
Um,
They're smarter than me in in a lot of stuff, and I feel called out. I'm like, these people, like, they are so young and they play so damn well in some games, and I'm like a
yeah.
26-year-old man, like, who can't even fucking beat the game, and I'm like, you guys are so young and you beat this game like if it's nothing. Like, you guys are just born natural gamers. It's
Yeah,
wild.
I think it's kind of interesting how in years how much games are getting different as past buys down, and it looks like when you're like having this kind of era of games, you kind of need to like just stick to it because when you're a kid, you don't have this kind of opinion. Oh, this game is bad. I should play a different game and all of that. Most of the time, when you're a kid and you get in the game, you're
Mm-hmm.
playing it. You just playing it. You YOLO it. You try it. You're suffering for this. You sleep. You have some nightmares from it. You're thinking about that game when you're sleeping. You're waking up with this game and you're trying to beat it up, and you will just try to continue it until you actually do. And that's what pretty much when you are a kid. You don't care about story wise. You don't care about like gameplay. Sometimes you even don't care about gameplay wise. You just sometimes you just want to play a game, and that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Now,
Because like we give you oh yes, please, yeah.
then I was thinking on what else to talk about, to be quite frank. Go on, you were saying?
Actually, I remember when I played Crash Bandicoot, the first Crash Bandicoot. It's
Mm-hmm.
really hard game. It's really hard game.
Oh,
When you
yeah,
actually
it
play
really
it
is.
back, you. I don't know how I even managed to finish it. I don't know how I did it because it's hard. This game is hard. And actually, when I played the Crash trilogy and I played the first one, I absolutely got absolutely upset about it. I really didn't enjoy playing the first game. It was a good game. It's a good game, but it's really
Mhm.
hard. It's really, really, really hard, and it's really hard to finish it. Um,
Yeah, it
hello,
is hard.
and oh, thank you, Coco, for locking. Thank you.
With Choco.
Um,
Choco.
Choco.
Thank you, Choco.
Hello, Choco. Hello, Choco milk, Choco milk, Choco milk. I like the Choco milk.
Yeah.
Um, Okay, so let's see. Do you heard about the anime Sakamoto Days?
No, I haven't heard about that. Is that popular?
Yes, it is. It is. It's actually quite an enjoyable series. The base story of it is about a killer, a very successful high killer, that actually retired and actually having a wife and a child, and become really fat because he just let himself down because he didn't care about
Hmm.
assassination and working out or anything like that. But the thing
Right.
is that he's still having really good abilities. He's still strong. He still know how to deal with stuff. So they're like this kind of feeling about him trying to live a normal life and trying to
Mm.
avoid this kind of life of when he was assassin, because his wife told him that one of the most important rules of is about the family is
Yeah.
that he cannot go back about and go killing people. So
Mm-hmm.
she told him like, if you are actually going to turn back to killing people, I'm divorcing you. And
Oh
he's
wow.
afraid like death from it. So because he's really afraid of it, he actually trying to not kill people as much as he actually. Sometimes there are people he really want to kill. Sometimes he's just going to avoid and do any kind of other stuff just to avoid this.
Sounds like Sounds like John Wick. From what
Actually,
you're
just
saying.
what Yeah, actually, what this was actually Abdul says. Sakamoto is like John Wick. If it was funny action anime, he's right. It actually is, because what's really awesome about Sakamoto is that he can actually use everything around him as a weapon. He can use a pen. He can use a gum. He can use any kind of stuff he can touch. He can actually just. He's actually amazing when it's come to how he deal with stuff like that. So I really recommend you to actually give it a try. It's actually a really good to watch. It's have a good action, and at the same
Mm-hmm.
time the characters are quite enjoyable. And it's rather right now it's actually having a second season. So I do recommend you to watch it. It's good. It's good, especially if you have
Mm-hmm.
Netflix. It's a good reason to actually go and give it a watch.
Yeah. Sounds like a nice suggestion. I will take it to
Yeah,
consideration.
it's good. It's good. Trust me, you will enjoy it. It's really good.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any and people on my chat or people on Nathan chat? Do you have
Mm-hmm.
any kind of question for me or for Nathan here? We will try to answer as much
Questions.
as we can. Question: You are free to ask any kind of question, and we try to answer as much as we can. We have like something
Elite.
less than a half an hour. If people want to ask any kind of question, now is the time. Before we are finished up for today.
Mm-hmm.
If not, we will like I don't know, we'll like think about any kind of question a bit, and maybe we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, take your time in the meantime. Nathan, do you have any question for me, or do you have any question for or anything like that? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. What do you wish to achieve in your whole content creation? Like, what is that one thing you really want to have and that you're working on to achieving it at some point, no matter how
Well,
long it will take you?
I am hoping to make it something like for more like a hobby. Right now, it's definitely a hobby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely not. It's not my way of like making money or something like this.
Same. Yeah.
I really want to go and make it like a profession, because I really enjoy this. I really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy talking with people. I really
Mm-hmm.
enjoy shitty.
Same.
Almost said shitting. But I mean, like, I like to just talk and just enjoying playing games and stuff like that. I enjoy making some videos. I enjoy doing any
Mm-hmm.
kind of weird stuff on live stuff and all that. And I like when people are enjoying the stuff I do, and I always like to see people enjoying it. And if when I
Mm-hmm.
can actually make people happy when I online and actually make their day better, that's definitely what makes me more happy as well.
Yeah.
And I just enjoy this. This is just absolute enjoyment, and because I
Mm-hmm.
really enjoyed it, I really want to make it something that actually become much more professional. Also, if
Yeah.
I actually become, if ever I can like make it more professional, I will probably also have more time to actually work on making games, because I, in the meantime, actually, I'm working on the game. I'm on 2D game, which I'm actually working on. I actually have a gameplay that I'm actually trying to perfect.
Oh, nice.
Because yeah, actually, if you want, I will more than enjoy to actually give you that. It's only just right now. It's only the gameplay and enemies that I'm working on right now. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not gonna have any kind of like very great graphic right now. It's
Yeah.
like really basic,
Yeah. You start from
like
somewhere.
boxes and stuff. Yeah. So if you like, I will more than happy to give you, and you can give me an opinion on what you think about the gameplay.
Of course.
Um,
Yeah. No problem. I
and
would love to.
Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, pretty much that is it for me. That's pretty much what I'm looking forward. I'm really looking
Mm-hmm.
forward to know new people, to actually expand my horizon with any kind of stuff.
Very
I actually
good.
thinking about trying to try new stuff with kind of streaming because I'm still learning. It's still trying to improve myself. I
Same.
was trying to become much more interesting in the people that are watching because I
Mm-hmm.
am actually well used to like playing games and just being absolutely quiet. I'm not the kind of person that always talk when I'm playing a game. I'm not the kind of person that always say something or rage quit or anything like that. No, I'm most of the time
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to like being absolutely quiet and just moving from this perspective and moving to be absolutely loud and reacting and stuff like that. It's quite hard. It's quite hard for me.
Mm-hmm. I feel that. Same. Like, I've been doing streaming for 5 years, and I wouldn't be kept doing it if it wasn't for the people that I've met, the people that made me
Absolutely.
grow, and the friends that I've connected. And despite the enormous challenges that streaming has, while also possessing really good things along the experience, what I liked so much about streaming is letting you have that freedom to be yourself and basically create something out of your own experience, your own vibe, and then you meet like-minded people that respect you and your content and as an individual, and that changed me so much for the good and bad. Sorry, yeah, good and bad. Right.
Yeah, it's correct. It's correct.
Yeah, I was
It's
there.
okay.
um, and it really made me very happy to even improve like vocally and experiencing new things, which really helped me to boost my confidence a lot. Because I always wanted to utilize my content to doing good in the world, and therefore that's why I like raising like money, for example, for charity. Even though I struggle so much to try and persuade people in a nice way, in a non like forceful way to donate, but I just really love to do a lot of good in the world because I think it's a very beautiful thing, and I want to be seen as as another one of those really great VTubers that inspire people, and despite the
Absolutely. Yeah.
challenges that I go
Absolutely.
through, I want to make people happy. I want to help people also gain that opportunity to grow so that when I grow as well, I want to help others too. And like whenever they ask me for advice or anything that I can help, I'm always open to help them because just being smart in a way that I can help others, it just makes me happy. I'm that kind of a person. I'm more of a people's person, so I just really want people to succeed, and at the same time it makes me happy. I get so like honored to meet all sorts of people, so I just love the opportunity to make friends and try new
Absolutely.
things.
Yeah.
Like I love trying new
Yeah.
things,
I
especially
think that making
when companies
yeah.
like believe in you and give you these opportunities, and also you get to meet other idol inspirational VTubers out there that you can like collab with them, have fun playing games, making content, learning from each other, and so much more. Like I think that's
Absolutely. It's a
really
definite
cool.
learning experience. It's definitely
Yeah.
a learning experience, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that. It changed me so much for the better, and it helped me to learn and grow. Based on even like the bad experience I had with streaming and content creation, but also the good things too. So it's a whole package that helps you to become more of a human. The more you learn, the more you
Oh yeah.
understand things. And at the same time, I get to make a lot of great friends like yourself. So like it's
No,
it's
thank you.
it's a very nice opportunity, and it's special to me. Streaming became something very special in my heart. Otherwise, I would have stopped doing this a long time ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
For sure.
you are putting a lot of hours
Oh yeah.
on your day, especially after work. Because
Yeah.
because
We
it's not something that we are like. It's not our profession or something like that. Because we are not
Oh
like
yeah.
earning money from streaming. So because we are like just streaming and doing it for fun. So
Yeah.
everybody have like their job that they have to do and all the stuff in their life that they have to deal with. So
Of
yeah, it definitely
course.
can be quite tiring. Yeah, absolutely.
True. Of course, from my side, I always put as much effort where it's possible. Then, despite how sometimes I can always, like, for the most part, arrive somewhat tired because, unfortunately, the streaming hours that I do are late and I always, like, arrive from work. and it can be quite
Yeah, same here.
exhausting. And even like trying to find time to upload content, making content, it's a lot of mental work. Like, it may not look like we're
Absolutely,
doing a
yeah.
lot of physical work, but there's so much mental work put into it because you have to do a lot of research. You have to get inspired. You have to put on the effort and work to make things work. Like, for example, I invested into an art that costed me like 120 euros. Yes, it is expensive, and some people may think that it's too much money, but I think it's an investment because if I really want to improve something slowly by time, you're not gonna make money. You're not gonna have the money and just buy shit like that. It took me
Yeah,
years,
you have
for
to take
example,
you have to
to
sometimes you have to gamble. Sometimes you have to gamble with
yeah,
big
exactly,
expenditures and stuff like that. With
and
like I'm saying like stuff like new stuff. Like you have to like
yeah,
sometimes invest more like new model and stuff like this.
exactly
Yeah, it's like a 50-50 chance that people will talk about you or something like that. But sometimes it's not about it. It's actually about just becoming
yourself.
yourself and trying new stuff and becoming kind of like it's like become more creative because
Exactly.
doing the same thing again and again and again can be kind of tiresome as you continue streaming, especially if you're just
Yeah.
doing the same thing. So doing some is just changing the stuff that you do definitely is a lot. Definitely make the experience much more fun. That's for sure.
And I feel like sometimes I struggle with doing a lot of repetition. I think that's one of the biggest challenges I have. Like, I am so used to like my brain operating in a repetitive way on a lot of things that I find it easier for me, but I always love taking feedback from people, and I'm the kind of person who always appreciates feedback because I want people to give me feedback because I don't get a lot of feedback and I want
Yeah,
to
it's
improve
kind of hard
things.
to know.
It's hard to get
Yeah.
that kind of feedback because for people to be open and giving you that kind of help is not easy. So, like,
Yeah, because I think that's because people are trying to be nice sometimes and think
yeah,
like if they're giving you like maybe they think if they're actually going to give you an opinion you'll kind of get insulted by it. But the thing
yeah,
is that the opposite. The thing is that if you're like giving me like a thing about you should like play more of this game, you should actually do this kind of more.
yeah,
That is actually something that I will really we're happy to hear. Not something. It is. You don't need to feel bad about telling me more of stuff that you more enjoy compared to the stuff that you don't enjoy. And I will definitely like to hear the stuff that you can tell me if you're not enjoying. Definitely, I would like to hear about it.
yeah.
Especially if a lot of people are saying that, I will definitely going to hear it and definitely going to change it accordingly. Because sometimes you're like doing a stream and stuff like that, and you're trying to like get some feedback. You're trying to like get the audience to tell you how to be much more better and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll to make sure that they will be have more fun. And sometimes you know that they're not trying to tell. Sometimes you kind of feel like they're not trying to say that because they feel bad if they're gonna say that stuff. And I will tell you this to all the people that watch me: if you have some opinion about the stuff that I do, tell me. If you don't like the content that I do, tell me. If you want me to add some more stuff, tell me. If you want me to be a banana, tell me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me something, and I will try to do my best to actually just listen to the people and just try to make more stuff more entertaining. Of course, I will try to also enjoy myself. I'm not just gonna go and listen to everything that people are gonna say. Of course, but I am want to listen to people and just do stuff that I can also enjoy, and both the viewers will enjoy.
Yep, that's true. Like, we trying to do our best to make things fun for others. At the same time, the most important thing is we are having fun and we're happy with the
Absolutely, yeah.
changes that we are requesting for.
I agree. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any kind of question right now. Do you have if people have some question, that's the time. We have like 5 minutes if you want. But beyond that, if people not gonna get any kind of question, I think that will be a good place for us to finish. I think we
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of question. Unless you have something to add, Nathan. Do you have something to add? I don't
Nope,
know.
no,
Okay.
everything's good so far.
Okay, good. Well, I think we actually have a lot of fun. If you ask me, I had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely that I knew that the fact that we're going to do, like me and you, going to do a podcast. I knew that we're definitely going to enjoy because I
Yeah.
know how much we both like to just talk a lot about the stuff that we
Oh
enjoy.
yeah.
So, so
Mm-hmm.
I know that's gonna be great. So I already know that's gonna be great. So I really enjoy that. Okay, so I think that will be a good point for us to finish the stream, and let's think about person we can raid. I think about
Yeah,
goal DM. What do you think about that?
sure. Of course. Let's go ahead. Can you send me the name, please?
Yeah, I will send you the name. Here you
Nice.
go.
Let's do it.
I send you. Let's do a raid.
I'm gonna
Here
lie.
you go.
Can I just be
Oh,
honest and say one thing? I really enjoyed this podcast a lot. At the same time,
mhm.
I have to say I wish I had the energy like you do, because you talk very fast and my brain was like
Oh,
literally half asleep. Not because I
I
was
can get that.
bored, it's because you have so much
You're
energy and my
tired.
brain is like trying to keep up. It's like brain just shocked and just wow.
No, I can get that. I can get that.
But
Oh, here we go. We have some. We have a question before we finish. Okay, that's
mhm.
nice. Will you guys play co-op game like Earth Defense Forces and Zombie Army 4? I actually want to try Earth Forces. It actually looks like a very crazy and fun game. I will give it a try at some point. I will see. I actually thinking about different other stuff that I'm probably going to do on my community choice. But I don't know. Zombie Army 4 depends on a lot of stuff. I need to figure people, find people that actually want to play it, and then maybe I will give it a try. But
Mhm.
every different purpose is an option. What do you think about those two games that he mentioned?
Uh, so like Earth Defense Force and Zombie Army 4. Uh unfortunately I'm not really knowledge with those kind of games. I heard about them before, especially Zombie Army 4, but I never actually played them, and I'm not really that much of an FPS gamer, unfortunately enough. However, uh it Zombie Army 4, let me check it out. I will tell you for a fact it's a really interesting FPS game, and I've seen a lot of people play the crap out of it. But I don't know. It's unfortunately it's not my cup of tea, but it's an interesting game nonetheless if you like FPS. Because I heard really good things about it. So
Okay,
yeah, I
okay.
think it's good.
By the way, okay. And by the way, the name that I sent you is actually kind of like it's girl underscore DM underscore. For some reason in Discord, it's just um doing it like I'm doing space, but it's not space. Um, it's kind of stupid. So you need to go. You need to write girl underscore DM underscore,
So
and
like
you should see.
oh
She's playing right now Bloodborne. She right now to give you an example what she doing. She right now playing Bloodborne,
okay.
which is a really awesome game by the way.
Yeah.
Um,
One of the best Souls-like
it's,
games in my opinion, and I really freaking love Bloodborne so damn much.
Bloodborne is good. Bloodborne is really great. I really hope that one day they will actually remaster it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Strange Bridge is a great co-op game too. And Strange Bridges, I never heard about this. You can send me a trailer of it. I will be more than happy to watch it,
Mm-hmm.
and see what it actually is it. Okay, so let's start
Yeah.
the raid. I'm starting the raid. And yeah, so thank you
Yeah.
everybody for coming to the stream. Thank you very much,
Thank
Nathan. It was
you.
absolutely awesome to have fun with you about talking about stuff. It was
Me
absolutely
too.
awesome. It was really great. Thank you very much, and thank you very much
Yeah.
everybody that's watching the recording on YouTube or Twitch. I hope you will enjoy as well as much as we did. And yeah, thank you very much. So for all those people from the future, present, and the past, I will see you awesome people on the next stream. Bye bye.
Yeah.
And bye bye, Nathan. Have a good night.
Same to you. Good night, and thank you everyone for your time.
Good
Bye
night. Bye bye.
bye.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye everybody. And take care.
Take care.